You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away. The storm is coming, so you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. Coming for the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything? You think that I'm insane? It's your mistake. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. I'll take it. I've come to take it. Kingdoms rise and fall. I've come to take it all. So you better start running. No, you can't control, feel it in my bones. I'm coming for the, coming for the. I'm coming for the throne. For the throne. I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. Calling me royalty. Best to give me loyalty, 'cause I'm taking the world, you'll see. They'll be calling me, calling me. They'll be calling me royalty. They'll be calling me royalty.
with another late night CHFC rant show. What a mess. What a mess. What are you going to say other than what a freaking mess? Well, at least some played well. At least some played well today. At least somebody got up to play Bournemouth today. But we're going to throw the link into the chat here if you want to join the show tonight. Just click the link. It soon will be pinned to the top of the chat. And you can join the show, have your say, rant away, cuss people, call people out. All the Conte outers, I'm calling you out. I'm saying it right now. We don't lose that game today with Antonio Conte at the helm. We might draw it, but we don't lose it. We don't lose it. So, I don't. What should we say? What do we say, folks? What do we say? Links coming to the chat now if you want to join the show. There's the link there. Let's pin that puppy to the top of the chat. And get that thing sorted. Link is pinned. If you want to join the show, just click the link there. If it's your first time calling onto the show, all we ask is you at least flash your camera at the beginning so I know that you've got pants on. If you're a regular, no need to do that because, well, I already know who you are. So you don't have to have a camera to come on the show, but it helps. And but before we start bringing some guests in, let's go through the comments right quick and say hello to the people that are there. Eugene, big up, Levy out. That's right, Levy out. I don't know if you can hear the music or not. Let me know if you can't hear the music in the chat. Because it's not attached to my slider. I can't adjust the volume. We'll adjust it this way. If you can't, if by happenstance you can't hear it, I can hear it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Because last time it didn't come through either. But it is what it is. I had tech problems today too. I couldn't get my cameras to come on. In fact, one of them's frozen right now. This one right here, you see it's frozen there. So I don't know what's going on with my computer today. Hey, but when you got as much tech as I do, things happen. Things happen. But let's continue going through the comments right quick. We're just going to grab one from everybody who's here. Big up Daryl Denton's in the house. All too late to play well now. I have no idea what that means. You must be drunk. Why are you doing a show so late in the UK? Because I'm not in the UK. That's the easiest reason why I'm not doing that. But big up Rishi Rao. Scott M, it's all your fault. You're the blame. Scott Munn, we know that's who you are. You've gotten him tricked out. And we blame you. We blame you. Sarah Ace, our defender's always letting down Kane. Should have scored at least one. So disappointed. Wait, our defenders let down Kane today? Really? VJM, can't wait for the shows, guys. You have better analysis than so-called ex-footballers in ESPN FC. Keep it up. It's because, as my good friend who's sitting in the back waiting to come on always says, we're not brown envelopes. That's why we have better analysis. Tony Rodriguez, big up, Tony. You're the man. Levy out, Enoch out. Donna Cullen out. Enoch, our parasites. Happy Clappers out. I affirm all of those, especially the last one. Happy Clappers out for sure. Johnny, big up Johnny. Kent. Is that where you live or is that your name? I don't know. But big up Johnny, Bethanol, Green, Kent. I love the AI photo there. It looks like the dude from The Walking Dead. So if you look like him, you know, Negan. I'm old. I forget things. Liam, big up. Bring it, big boy. If our fan base supports for 10 plus years for the club, then it says it all that the most of them are just watching it for boredom. Dude, I'm telling you what, man. I don't even care anymore, to be honest with you, man. I'm not bothered by the loss today. In fact, I find it funny. It's funny now. We've moved beyond anger and into just sheer comedy for me. And big up the Mahomes fan. I don't know why he's holding a pair of nuts, but it is what it is. AE's in the house. Sonny and Perisic played well. Perisic played a normal Perisic type game, right? Where he got on the ball a lot and did nothing. So he did get Son's assist. Finally played the ball back into Son. Maybe he watches the show and, needed to take that up. Jamie D, big up yourself. Tom the Thacker, big up. Jay Park, can't wait till a management extends Sanchez's contract. I know, right? Toxic Headshots in the house. Who else we got? Eva Man, good morning. All the way from Hong Kong. Big up, Eva. Thanks for joining the show with us tonight. Who else we got? There's the link there if you want to join the show. It is pinned to the top of the chat. Pinned to the top. True say, Antonio Conte's right-hand man in charge. I'm sorry, Antonio Conte doesn't handle today's game the way that Stellini and Mason did today. You're going to need a lot more evidence than that. Shambolic defending from Dyer and Sanchez. Anything new? That's normal. Who else we got? Aglia, big up Aglia. Can't hear the music. All right. Well, you can hear my voice. So I'll just hit pause on that. I don't know why everything got all unrouted, bro. Like this is it's annoying for me, you know, because that's one of the best parts of my show is all the music. Although somebody put in a comment from last week's show that they don't like the intros. Are you kidding me? The intros on this channel are like the best thing. That's the best part of the show. I rewatch the intros every week after the show finishes. The rest of the show I could care less about, but the intro part, that's the best entertaining part. But you can't please everybody. We've got Orishaman. I'm birching your name, bro. Orishamamem. I don't know, man. The season is done, dude. It's been done, man. It's been done. It's been done. Nikki Menard, big ups. I know you guys can hear these though, because I rerouted these, right? So I know you can hear those. Yeah. But the regular background stream music, I guess, isn't coming through. 박태훈 씨, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다. Sanchez Poro show. Yes, it was a Sanchez and Poro horror show. That is correct. Let's see who else we got. We got Fazil in the house. Big up Fazil. Appalash. Big up Appalash. Fazal. Go the Treasure. Eric 92. Cello Vera, big yourself up. Who else we got? Eric 92. A user. Your intros are sick. Thank my man. I appreciate it. We got Nolan Bar over there on Twitch. He said, I skipped the show just here for the intro. There you go, my man. See, I'm telling you, man, that's the best part. And when it screws up, when I have technical problems, like right now, there should be music bumping in the background. It keeps the energy high. But you're just stuck with my dang voice. But that's all right. We'll get it fixed. I'll get it fixed. Don't worry. As soon as we start bringing people in, I'll go in the back and try to get it sorted through. Jamie D's in the house. Big up Jamie D. I think I already said hello to you though. Dietrich's is in the house. Big up Dietrich's Kane. Everybody loves Dietrich's Kane. Who else we got? Philly ain't from Philly. Love the outro music. There you go too. You gotta get, the outros are good. Moeller, man, there's a lot of people here tonight. If you're here tonight, it's your first time. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, too, make sure you smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm send the video out to all the boys and girls in the interwebs and the YouTubes. So make sure you do smash that in. But let's start bringing the guests in so I can fix the background music so it has a little bit more of a vibe to it. Our first guest on the night. Where's his intro? Boom, there it is. From the land down under, a regular on this show. You don't get to see him anywhere but here most of the time, sometimes on Eugene's show. But he's here right now. Instead of punching kangaroos, he's going to be punching defenders. Everybody in the comments, show your love. Shane B. What's going on, Shane B?
Yo, Will.
How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm all right, brother.
You're all right? What'd you think of the game? Quick thoughts on the game.
Next question.
Next question.
No, you know, Dr. Tottenham again. Dr. Tottenham fixes the problem. You know, we all sort of have the inkling that, you know, we'd end up drawing or losing this match because, you know, we're Tottenham. We had a chance to go equal top four. No way, can't do that.
Yeah. Well, how many times have we had that option? You know what I mean? Like it's been we've had that option quite a bit, right? So
I don't agree with the booing of Sanchez, but oh my god, what was he freaking doing? You know?
I don't know what he was doing, man. He was doing something, but is it unexpected though from him at this point?
It was purely tactical that he was taken off.
Purely tactical, yeah. We'll see about that. But the next guest we got to bring in for today, he's here to gloat. He's gonna send us to the woods. All the Spurs fans sporting the Rolex. Minerals FC is in the house. Big up Minerals General Minerals FC himself. Did you watch the game today?
Yeah, man, I watched it, man, and Bournemouth, mate, they murdered you, man, and they deserved it, bro. You guys, I saw the stats, and whether you like it or not, Bournemouth was still the better team because like their game plan worked more, and that equalizer was kind of lucky, and Spurs didn't have enough clear-cut chances, and you got murdered, simple as, and again, Harry Kane disappeared today. Listen, he was murdered by Bournemouth defenders. How can Harry Kane not dominate Kelly, Smith, and those guys? Come on, man. Just for today.
I don't know. That ball that Son played in for him, though. I mean, I thought that was going in as soon as it left his foot, and it just didn't work for him today. But I didn't think Harry Kane had a great performance today. I didn't think he was horrible, especially in this last part of the second half. He kind of dropped deep and started spraying balls and stuff like that. Kind of looked like we might score another goal there, even though we got the equalizer, and then it looked like we would, we had the gumption to go in and get the winner. And then what happened?
You got
Eric Dyer had.
What power, man! I watched the game as well. That guy's a baller, man. You know what I mean? He's a very intelligent player, man, and he done him like a keeper, mate. You know what I mean? Eric Dyer and Sanchez, they're a long way from Starbucks. They're a long way from McDonald's, Hooters. You know what I mean? They're a long way from Minerals FC, man.
I should go to Hooters. I could go for some Hooters wings. Do you guys have Hooters in the UK?
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't know.
There's a few Hooters here in Australia, but yeah, we've got similar sort of restaurants to Hooters.
Yeah, we've got two here in the US. We've got Hooters, that's real popular. That's kind of the old school one, but the newer one now, it's a little bit more high class, is we call Twin Peaks. So if you're checking that out, go. I recommend Twin Peaks over Hooters, to be honest with you. But Hooters has got better wings, probably. But there are if you want wings, there are better places to go to get wings than Hooters in the United States.
I mean, Bournemouth, mate. I mean, I tell you something. Bournemouth made cherries in Tottenham, mate. You know what I mean? Like Daniel Levy should think of making a cherry tree in the stadium. If that's the case.
Yeah. But we got to bring in the next guest. I can't find the real song that I picked for you. But this one will have to do. The man himself. Levy out. Levy out. Levy out.
Brian.
Stelios is in the house.
Alright, Stelios, mate. Up to the Minerals FC.
I like your old music better, dude.
Yeah, man. Big up, Stel, man.
Big up, big up, big up, man. Big up.
Thoughts on the game? I know you've been you've been on a rampage today.
Our fans are an absolute waste of space.
But does that surprise you though? Like I've given up on them stuff.
Our fans are fucking idiots. Some of the most stupid people in football.
I mean, Stel, to be fair,
I don't even know where to begin with what is going on.
But Stel, let me give you a different perspective.
Every YouTube channel,
I saw
every
fans protest,
podcast, Minerals, every YouTube channel, every podcast, every Twitter, every Facebook, it's the same crap that they talk about. Something's got to change. Why haven't we appointed a manager? These players are that. This is mediocre. This is unacceptable. The football's rubbish. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Stop moaning, you bunch of wet wipes.
Exactly. Wishy-washy. They're wishy-washy stuff.
Moaning and complaining and do something about it. You are the biggest hypocrites in football right now. Like you don't want to do anything.
They're two-faced, mate. Still, they're two-faced.
I put on Tottenham. We are Tottenham TV, and people are calling in. Oh, I'm fed up. I don't know where to begin. Then shut up. Don't talk. If you don't want to take action, stop talking. It's the same hosts, the same guests, the same people talking about the same same thing. None of them protest. None of them take action. They still go to the games. Then you put on Last Word on Spurs. It's the same shit over there. The same host refuses to call out Levy. He refuses to take action against Levy.
Made that wrong,
refuses to promote the protest. He refuses to get fans behind a boycott. Then you put on Chris Cowlin. Chris Cowlin refuses to do anything other than
the kingpin brown envelope. But still, the difference is that Chris Cowlin
works all the other fan channels on Minerals. Let me.
Now you can hear it, right?
Then you put on all the other fan channels, and all you hear on the other fan channels is, we want a reset. We want a check. Shut up. Just stop it. You're not going to get anything until you do something. And I hear people saying, oh, but the fans are fed up. No, they're not. I went to the protest today. There was 40 of us. I didn't go to the game. I went to the protest and I left. There's 62,000 people in that stadium supporting this. There's 62,000 fans that are choosing to feed the corporate animal. At the end of the day, people are coming for me so much. And do you know why they're coming for me? Because they cannot handle the one thing I'm saying, because they don't know how to counter it. And the one thing I'm saying that they can't counter is fans are the problem.
The problem.
You are the problem. You never created the problem. You never got the problem to where it is now. But where we are as a fan base now, you are the problem. And
they're
they don't know how
enablers.
to counter it.
They're enablers still. That's the perfect word.
And the only thing they dare say to me is, but protesting doesn't work. You haven't tried. Don't tell me what doesn't work when you haven't tried. And that's it, Will. That's what I'm going to say, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Still, bro, some of your fans are wrong-uns, mate. Like, I was on Twitter today. I saw that Crackers guy, you know what I mean? He's another brand envelope, yeah? He said, like maybe it's time to turn a page, mate. Well, it should have been turned like 15 years ago, mate. You know what I mean? I
He's the same guy who doesn't come to the protest. He disrespects the protesters. He won't take any other form of action. He won't tell fans, listen, we need to get together, come up with a plan and stick it on the board. He won't do that. He's a great talker. He says all the right things. He hits all the routes. He hits all the right sound bites. But at the end of the day, you do not protest, bro. You don't boycott. You don't do anything to force these people out. They're all the same. They're all the same.
They're all brown envelopes, man. They don't want to lose their sponsors, mate. That's the thing. And Will can pull out the tweets, yeah? Will, do you have access to pull out tweets on screen on here?
Yeah, I can pull up some tweets. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
If you throw the link in the private chat, I can pull it up. Or I can just pull it up. if you want to.
Sorry, Will.
Yeah, pull it up, man.
279 in the comments. I don't give a shit if Cracker says Levy out. You can say you're a millionaire and not be rich. Saying something and doing something about it are two different things. You defending this means you are also part of the problem. You are part of the problem if you defend this. I know you're going to hate what I'm saying, and I know you're going to get upset. I don't care. Prove me wrong. Has Crackers gone to a protest? No. Has Crackers promoted the protest? No. Has he boycotted games? No.
Never. And he keeps bum-licking Daniel Levy to get the sponsors on the brand envelopes.
They're all the same, mate. They're all the same.
They're all the same, mate. All wishy-washy on the payroll. Will, go on Twitter, right? And then type Richard Cracknell, yeah? And then you'll see his recent tweet.
So Cracknell?
It's not just him. Listen, he's slightly better, right? He's slightly better than the rest. But it's not just him. There's 62,000 fans in that stadium. They'll go back next week. At least 5,000 of them stayed after the game and bought beer in the South Stand and bought a pizza and bought food after the game, after we lost. Let's keep feeding the problem. This is where we're at as a fan base. Listen, it's the harsh truth of what's happening, and people don't want to hear it. And I'm the only one that's prepared to say it because everyone else is too scared. Oh, but they might not let me on their show if I say that. Oh, they might say bad things about me if I speak up. Oh, he might not want to be friends with me if I say these things. I don't care. I put Tottenham first. I'm a Spurs fan. I'm not a fan of the YouTube channels. I'm a fan of Tottenham. That's where I'm a fan. So, anyway, man, it's where we're at.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any good tweets from Mr. Cracknell here. Like, you have to tell me which one because most of them are like one-liners.
Let me send you one.
Yeah, send me the link and then I'll bring it up. But while we're doing that, let's bring in the next guest to the show. You know him, you love him. He lives in Levyland, USA, with the Tavistock group down there in Orlando, Florida. People in the comments, show your love. From Mari Spurs. What's up, Mars?
What's up, Mars, yeah? You deserve one, bro. You deserve a flex.
Oh, man.
This is for you, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. I want my watch around me, man. I got some shades, man. Like hey, man. Another reason why I'm dancing, I just saw my Knicks in a playoff game. They're finally respectable. The Knicks remind me of Spurs, just a competent owner. But at least the owner of the Knicks conceded a couple years ago. And now the Knicks are respectable and building something. We have a plan. But, man, this game, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it again. Those who wanted Conte out, I just laughed because I just laughed because there is not a tactic, there is not a formation that can fix individual errors. There was a stat that we led the Premier League the last couple of years in individual errors. Sanchez, Dyer, Davies, you name it. There's not a tactic or a formation that can overcome those errors.
Exactly. Conte was doing his job.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, one of the arguments, and I've thought about this in the game, is just like, well, if you change the formation, like, do we have the talent, the players? Last time I checked, we don't have David Alaba back there, right? I bring him up because he's very versatile. The left back, he can be center back. They could Bayern, when he played for Bayern, switch the formation. Real Madrid, they could do that with him. You know, it's like Kevin Villa moved from the midfield to win back in the Champions League game and did well. Right? Who are the players who are going to change formation? Our players are not even disciplined in their main formation. And so it makes me laugh. Then the second thing is, I'm gonna bring up something when everybody gets in about to boo and when not to boo, because you know we're social justice FC Tottenham, and you know before the booing happened, I looked at Twitter and I had to jump onto this argument. Basically, and I'll say this quickly, and I'll let you go to the next person. But I got to this argument.
No, you're good, man. Go for it. There's nobody in the back.
Oh no. I got to this Twitter debate. It says only our fan base will only abuse the black players for no reason. Emerson and Sanchez always get hate no matter how they play. And I'm like, what? I'm like, and so I came in, I'm like, I'm the brother here. I'm the black person here. The reason Sanchez and Emerson get hate and other players get hate, Davies, Dyer, last time I checked it was white, because they're not good enough. They're not good enough. People are going to criticize. The people confuse hate for no one's saying for them to die or get hit by something. We're just saying they suck, or as I said, they're not good enough.
You're 100% right. It was like with Endon Belly, right? When people call him Endon Burger or whatever, they made it like what's his name, KJ or something. I can't remember. Can't remember who it was.
Son got abuse all season long.
Yeah, but I mean, but it's okay with Son. Son's okay. Everybody else is not. But then the funny part is that you know, it's just comedy, right? Because it's not based on anything. Like me arguing with Alex is bullying, but if he argues with me, it's not, right? Like it's just so ridiculous. But go ahead, son.
So for me, I'm just like, there's real racism. Let that be talked about for what it is, rather than manufacture racism where there is not. Emerson and Sanchez barely for their play. They're not good enough. And that's why I told the guy, I said, boom. Then the booing came. And so I'll say this. Booing Sanchez when he first came in, yes, not cool, not nice whatsoever. He just came in. But let me tell you, this guy got, this is the reason why I call him Skates. He got emasculated. Emasculated. I mean, he was horrible on the field. So the thing is, right, the rule of thought, taboo and not taboo, right, and maybe it's a cultural thing. You go to a live performance, you go to an orchestra or sympathy, right? You don't usually boo in the middle of a play or middle of a movie, right? You don't. There's an etiquette to it. In sports, it is totally different. If you are a paying customer, right, you don't have a right to jump on the field. You don't have a right to attack a player. But you do have a right to boo a performance. You have a right to boo a team, boo a player. If you could boo the whole team, which we have, then there's no difference in booing an individual player. Does it sound mean? Yeah, yes and no. Like when you're a paid customer, you have a right to boo a player, as long as you don't cross the line where you jump on the field or anything else. Now, when you boo a player, you want to boo him for no other reason, right? For example, Jackie Robinson, right? One of my favorite athletes at one time. He was booed because of his skin color whatsoever. That is wrong. So in the case of Davinson Sanchez coming into the game, he got booed. 100% I agree. That's wrong. But for his hot garbage performance today, him, Dyer.
But even him coming onto the pitch, I don't think he was booed because of his skin color. He was booed because fans don't want to see him wearing a Spurs shirt, right?
No, I'm not saying that he was for that. I'm just saying the reasons when not to boo and reasons when to boo. And I'm just saying that because our fan club, right, are having a big cow. I'm talking about more of when he got booed off, right? The same club, right, that won't say Levy out in the stadium, right? Kudos to Chelsea. They were loud and clear booing Todd Bowley today. Our fan base are so angered. They're so proper that they can't boo. They can't protest. You know, it's like, and I know it's not an English thing because United fans, Arsenal fans right now, they're feeling sad for us. They're actually giving us the playbook of how to force change. We don't want to listen to them. Our fan base is so soft, and as Minerals say, they're run-ins. I agree. They're soft. I have another word, but I'm not going to say it. They're soft. They're Teflon soft, and it's just
They ain't got the minerals. That's it. They don't have the minerals.
They lack minerals. That is true.
And so we will come up with all like it's just. I'm not even talking about the game. I'm just talking about our fans. Talk about our fans in the sense of if you're so upset by the product that you see, protest, say something.
But they won't. We've had today. There was what the 337th protest that we've had, and nobody keeps showing up. Like big up all the people that do. Stell, Brian, Ryan, Graham. The guys that are there every single time. Big those people up, right? Because they have dedication. They're dedicated fans. They're real fans. All the people who sit on social media and sit on YouTube channels and just moan about it, but don't do anything. All wrong-uns. Every last one of them.
So, what's a petition up to? Do you know, Stel?
15K.
Full. Oh, is it 15K now? It was 14K yesterday.
14K.
One more thing.
14K yesterday.
Since I've been doing impersonations of the players, I won't be crying. But this is I think the reason why we lost. They interviewed Hugo Lloris. We know that they knew us every day, and we had a chance to catch up with them, and we missed the chance. That was Hugo Lloris's interview, and you know what? I've come up a new full plan to really help this team. Do not give this team updates of what other teams above them are doing because this team cannot handle pressure. No one should have told them that Newcastle lost. No one. Keep them away from the TV. Keep them away from scores because when the expectations come up, when the pressure comes up, we fold. That's all I'm going to say. We fold. The worst thing that happened to us today is someone tell us that Newcastle lost. Because once they found out, these guys were back in Spurs mode, battling a wonderful opportunity.
All right, but let's bring in the next guest. We got another guest in the back.
He's fumbling the bag, man.
It's been a long time since he's been on the show. I wonder if he's found any treasure over there on Oak Island. I think they're getting close. If you're watching the show, they're getting close. I hope he doesn't fall down one of the holes they're digging there. But everybody, show your love. Jason G.
Grovesy, mate.
Big up.
All right, so
No,
First of all,
can't.
did you find any treasure yet?
No, mate. I haven't
No.
been to the island. Am I
Good luck,
allowed to
mate.
swear? Are we beyond the point where I can't swear? Can I swear?
Oh yeah, we're 41 minutes in, man. We're way past
good.
10 minutes. Yeah.
What a fucking shit show. Like, seriously? Seriously. We haven't had a fucking good team since the 2017-2018 season. Like, it's been fucking... We have been served fucking garbage since then. And I defy anyone to tell me different. And we're fucking happy about that. Like, that's good, is it? That's good enough. That fucking game today, I gave up. Like, I fucking gave... And do you know the worst thing about it is? I shouldn't be upset, because I knew that was going to happen. But because I give a fuck, I was still upset about it. And I don't know what I'm more upset about, that fucking performance or the fact that I still care. Like, this is what this club is doing to me. That was an absolute fucking self-destructing shit show of a game.
Tell us
Fucking
like
atrocious.
it is. Preach, brother, preach.
Preach, mate.
Honestly,
That wasn't good enough, mate.
it fucking wasn't. None of them.
You're lucky to equalize as well. You know what I mean?
Honestly. Well, not none of them, but fucking 2/3 of them fuckers ain't fit to wear that shirt.
Exactly. They're not good enough, and Daniel Levy forced managers to buy them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, without a fucking shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. Like, apart from that though, how's everyone doing this evening?
We're doing well, mate.
We're
The
doing
minerals are
good.
here. The minerals Rolex too.
Minerals Rolex. I'm still sporting the Apple Watch tonight, so
Can I just something that I just want to say as well. Richarlison is a waste of space, man.
He's awful. I told you.
The guy had a chance to win the game with a free header from 6 yards out, and he misses the target.
Misses
2
the
minutes
target,
later,
mate.
Bournemouth got up the other end and scored.
Bournemouth, yam. Bournemouth go back to you in the backside.
£65 million. 65 million.
And you miss a sitter like that. That's a disgrace. That chance should fall to Harry Kane. Right, still.
Porro, £45 million. He can't defend.
Can't defend, mate.
Fucking defend.
How the fuck,
Can't
right,
defend.
is it any manager's fault that these players are garbage?
Exactly.
Like, somebody explain that logic to me. Explain
Just
it.
because
there is no explanation for it, though.
No
That's the
explanation.
point.
Giza,
What
I
is
tell you
it with
why.
these delusional fucks that think that then?
I tell you why. Because
we spent
like,
£100 million
these
on
players,
2 players. They're both not good enough.
Exactly.
million.
It's because these players got you top 4 last season, and you've been finishing above Arsenal.
Not
If you
Richarlison and
get-
Porro. They weren't here last season.
Sorry, put to them aside. I'm just saying, these shit players kind of overperformed last season by pipping Arsenal, stuff like that. Now that their levels being found, the chickens have come to roost.
I'll be
You know what I
honest.
mean?
Did we overperform or did Arsenal underperform? I mean, let's just get it fucking right here. Like,
it's a bit
if
of both,
Arsenal
though.
hadn't dude. If Arsenal hadn't choked like motherfuckers, we wouldn't have been in fourth.
Yeah, but Kulusevski was on fire. Son was
Kulusevski destroyed us, bro. As a Gunner, yeah.
Bentancur being fit is
I can even say that. Giza, you destroyed us at your place,
Emerson
man.
played and
You could have-
defended.
No,
You
didn't
could have
you?
scored 7.
You got to admit, at that point, yeah, it was yours to choke, and you choked.
Yeah, we did.
choke.
It wouldn't have mattered if we'd have fucking lit the world on fire. If you hadn't have choked, we wouldn't have been fourth.
Exactly. We should have beat Newcastle if you deep it.
We are really missing Bentancur in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I said this in October before he even went down. I said an early player of the year for Spurs, right? Number 1 on my list is Bentancur. And as these games go on, I'm just like, man, we missed this dude so much. because I honestly think if Bentancur did not get hurt, there are a couple games we do better, and we would probably be third and fourth.
Exactly.
Still bad football, but much better. He is the only
Exactly.
one.
Bentancur would bring you creativity.
Yeah, the ball at the feet. He's the only one of our midfield. Like I love the kid Skip, but man, he is what he is. And Højbjerg, I'm just saying now. The day we signed him, I wasn't excited. I was just like, okay, well, he has Premier League experience. He's with Southampton. He'll show some guts and glory. I think his time has come up. Sell him right.
The answer.
And still sell him
The
now.
answer, mate.
Get 25 mil or 20 mil for him because he cannot be the future going on. But then again, I say that I don't even know what's the plan because apparently we're signing James Madison. I mean, I like James Madison.
Absolutely, I guarantee you that is not going to fucking happen.
But we haven't. But we have. I'm waiting for it to not happen because people are jizzing in their pants. I'm like, don't you know our team? But we never solidify what we say what we're going to do. But for those who get excited, apparently we're going to sign him. We're going to be signing Eric Dyer. We're going to be signing Langley, and we haven't hired a manager. So it's like it
doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Building the house with no foundation.
We need a goalkeeper and we need 3 defenders. Before you even look at the midfield, like we need to address the backer. We need to address the arse into that team.
You need to address that defense. That's why you needed the Baston in there. You know what I mean? And or maybe you could have stole like Lisandro when he was at Ajax and stuff like that. And this, that, and the other. And
Botman.
The list goes on.
All these guys were all available for an affordable price. The word of Ndika. I mean,
Ndika is for free. Oh my god!
Like and Langley. I'm like, okay. I guess he has the long ball passing. Like disappointing. And I'm gonna say this too about Perisic. Man, that free kick on the 84th minute. And then there was one chance. He was kicking a field goal. I thought he was an NFL player. I'm like, oh, he scores there. Right? For Croatia, for Inter, he scores. For us, he's kicking field goals. And I'm just like, now apparently he wants to go back to Inter. He wants to do 1 year.
He needs to go back, mate.
Go. I packed the bags here. Go.
Exactly, can pack his bag. Murray, listen.
Go. Like
spot on, man. Minerals landed, man. You know what I mean? 100%.
When Richarlison missed that sitter of a header, right? I was angry with him. I was. And then I thought, the problem is we shouldn't have been in the position where we was needing that header in the fucking first place. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Bournemouth, the bloody crap.
Fucking embarrassing.
Exactly, mate. Relegation battle in Bournemouth.
We should all know this is what happens when we don't have a plan. We don't have the board. We don't have footballing knowledge on the board. This is why we need to get Levy and the board out. We need fresh faces at the top of a bloody pyramid. So, shit runs downhill. So, get rid of the top. And the shit starts trickling slowly.
It's just running well, man. You know what I mean? You have the foundations, etc.
What Eccleston's saying there, or however you pronounce that, about how many times we pass the ball back to Lloris, that's because our defenders are not press resistant.
They're not press resistant. And
Conte. They're not.
And they made mistakes from that. And that's why Lloris has to pump it up. Conte wanted you guys to play out of the back, and you saw the result. You know what I mean? That's why he had to play Stoke City long ball football because your defenders are not.
Tottenham is press us. we'll fucking give you the ball eventually.
Exactly. Your players are not good on the ball. That's why sometimes Conte made you guys play a bit like Stoke, lamp it up to Kane and stuff like that, because the defense is not good enough. And still even knows this. Like, I'm not tactical, yeah? Like, a manager's job is not the defensive part. A manager's job is to put you in the positions to score, right? Do you agree with me, Stab? You even do that to the team. It's not your fault that your players defend like idiots, right? Do you agree, Stab?
It's a bit of both. It's 50-50. It's not the manager's fault that Porro lost the ball. No. It's not the manager's fault that Sanchez gave an assist for the second goal. No. But it is the manager's fault if he chooses to play these players. It is the manager's fault.
If he has options to play otherwise.
He has the option to tell the board to go fuck themselves, and he's not doing this job because it's impossible, though. So, Conte told the board to go fuck themselves, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, man.
So Stellini,
they have the depth.
Stellini from day one was going to fail. Why? Because when I watched his first interview, he said, "This is a great experience for me." Experience.
He's a yes man then.
This isn't an amusement.
Stellini's a yes man. If that's the case,
this isn't an amusement park. This isn't some fairground ride. You're coming for the experience. You want to hear your manager say, "I'm here to win. I'm here to help the club. I'm here to get top 4." He says, "It's a great experience for me." So I already knew he was the wrong guy.
Exactly. Even Edu. That interview reminded of Edu last season. It's about team playing, no targets.
I knew Mason was the wrong guy because he was the wrong guy last time. He hasn't changed. Nothing's changed with him. So for me, these if you're going to sack Conte, right? If you're going to sack Conte, you better have a better replacement ready to come in. The fact that Levy put Stellini and Mason in charge, this is a sackable offence for the chairman.
It is a sackable offence.
1 minute, Minerals. 1 minute. He should have been sacked when he put Mason in charge of the Carabao Cup final. Levy should have been sacked for that. He should have been sacked for lying to the fans when he said, "I'm going to bring back forward, front-footed attacking football, the Tottenham DNA." And then we spent 72 days to bring in Nuno. That was the second sackable offence. The third sackable offence was not backing Poch and fucking the club up for 5 years. And he should have been sacked more than ever for sacking Conte to bring in Mason. This chairman is so incompetent. It beggars belief by the fans. So I blame Stellini for taking the job, Minerals. I don't blame him for the players he's got to coach.
I mean, he's a yes man, though. You know what I mean? If that's the case, you know what I mean?
Anymore, man. I don't know anymore.
Levy only wants the yes man tax. The same thing at Chelsea. Too much brand envelopes, wishy-washiness, like going on there. Like Conte, as bad as he was, he wouldn't make you be this low because he's an elite gaffer, yeah. And when you sack a manager like Conte, you have to bring in an elite gaffer. You know what I mean? Because he's elite.
Stellini said something that was, very eerie to what Jose said and even what Poch said. But Stellini said he insists that he is not telling Spurs players to drop deep. It is a habit from a long time. We allow them to score from 2 mistakes. This isn't a tactical problem. It's individual mistakes. Jose was saying the same thing. He was saying that I did not tell my players to drop in deep. For some reason, when this team feels pressure, right, they tend to not listen to the coach. And remember, a couple of weeks ago, I kept saying, I say this every week, we don't have an on-field leader who's an extension to the coach. Because if we did, they will be disciplined, right? Even as not as great as Dyer and Sanchez are, right? They'll be as disciplined enough to listen to what the coach wants to do.
Exactly.
And so when Stellini said this, I'm like, oh, this is the same thing Poch said. This is the same thing that Jose said. It's the same thing Conte said. the same exact thing about the players. I can remember when we had the COVID season, Jose screaming, go forward. Even Conte is showing video of him going forward. And he had to get criticized for all the players.
Sitting back FC. You know what I mean? The players are the problem, man. You know what I mean? They're the bad eggs.
They're definitely the problem and some wrong ones. But I bring in the next guest, staying up late with us tonight. My East European cousin, Michael's in the house.
Like, you got Mike, man. We love Bulgaria as well, man. I've been there, man.
Hey, Michael, I saw you on We Are Tottenham TV, man. You're too nice. You're too nice, man. You're way too nice.
Wishy-washy, man. Is he a wrong still?
No, he's not a wrong one. He's not a wrong one, but he needs to just lay the smack down. Lay the smack down. Eastern European, you know.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? You need to listen to Minerals FC, Mike. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, boys, trust me, if Tottenham was located in Poland or Czech Republic or, you know, Serbia or somewhere, and players did what they are doing on daily basis, then I swear they would have been like beaten up already, or, you know, something worse. I swear it's like, you know, Eastern Europe, Southern Europe, it's not a fucking joke in terms of like being a supporter. And also, like, I don't know if you remember still, but after the AC Milan game, I absolutely went like apeshit crazy on We Are Tottenham TV, and I kind of feel bad for like being a, you know, like I don't want to say like uncultured or whatever, right? But I guess like I was swearing too much back then, so I tried to like
don't feel bad,
keep
man.
it down
don't
a bit.
Feel bad. No, we need to raise it more. We need to get toxic. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's the only language. It's the only language they understand, Michael. They don't understand this nice, friendly. Yeah, this club needs a massive punch up the backside, man. It's
yeah, like what I wanted to say the most with that like interview with or however you want to call it, like Colin with Barry and Ben, was that I'm basically like it's hard to blame anything else for me other than players. Like what the fuck did I witness that during that game was like I can't blame it on like the system we are playing. I can't really blame it on the manager. I can't really blame it on the ownership. I mean that the game itself, right? I'm not saying about like the players being on the pitch in the first place. That's a thing that should be blamed on the ownership, right? But the game itself, the 90 minutes that I witnessed today, like it's just players, right? It's Sanchez being absolutely dog shit, you know, most of those players being like ghosting or, you know, not performing up to standard, right? So yeah, it's like sad to watch sometimes, boys.
Can I just
Michael,
say
what did you think of the booing?
Sorry again.
What did you think of the booing of Sanchez?
Oh Jesus Christ, that donkey twat! Like, I'm not really for like booing players, but sometimes they deserve booing, and like I don't get what he was so pissed off about. Like he dropped a stinker and he's like pissed off that fans are booing at him. Like step it up. Like step it up. The team needs you, right? Our best defender on the night, probably like best defender of the night with Romero maybe gets like, you know, injured, and you need to step up. You need to get in there and, you know, not concede. And first thing you fucking do is concede the goal, right? And basically the best assist of his life was the second goal of Bournemouth, right? It like inch perfect pass by Sanchez. Shame it was on the other end of the pitch, right? Like I never liked the guy. I don't like the guy. I won't like him. I don't want to see him play. I hope he's gone in the summer. Like what else is there to say? I listen, I can swear I can swear about him, you know, I can like shit on him, but we all know he's not good enough. We all know he's not good enough. Dyer, Davies, even Langley, even though like he didn't really have a bad game up until he got subbed off, right? Yeah, absolute shit show. Boys.
These guys,
Can I-
they're
Murray,
paid
can
professionals.
I just very quickly? Sorry to interrupt you, man. I don't like doing that to people. I just want to quickly address one person in the comment. Dildo in the ass. What a great name. You know, he supports arse anal, and his name's Dildo in the ass. Amazing. Right. Okay. I know you're uneducated and you don't have listening abilities. So let me repeat myself. I said Danjuma is crap. He only scores against weaker opposition who are either in lower leagues or in the lower half of the table. Can you remind me what position Bournemouth are in the league? I think they're in the lower half of the table. I've always maintained that. I've always said that. Go back and watch, educate your mind, and actually repeat what I say, not what you want people to think I said. I never, ever said he can't score against shit teams. Bournemouth is shit.
It's not to mention the amounts of times that he blundered an opportunity to score as well, right? Like they're not forgetting that in his 30-minute appearance, he probably could have had 3 goals if he was a competent player, right? like let's not, just because he had a little bit of a tap in, right? That went in, right? Let's not forget that. If he blundered multiple opportunities.
If Danjuma scores like the winner or the equaliser against Man United, Newcastle away, Aston Villa away, the big games coming up, then come on here, rinse me, and I'll sit here and I'll take it. I will take it. But I know that's not going to happen because he's not that guy. If that happens, listen, you can clip this. I will then be humiliated. At that point, then, say what you want to say. Murray, sorry to cut you off, man. I didn't mean to do that.
Well, no worries. I just want to say these guys are paid professionals, man. From LeBron James to your no-name athlete, they know they can't take things personal. I mean, they can take it and motivate them to come back and play strong. But if you get booed by the fans, it's going to happen. Any sport you play, football, basketball, table tennis, right? If there's paid fans, there is an opportunity you're going to get booed for your performance. It should really be only for your performance. And so these guys are professionals. I see people going and say, "Oh, well, you can't boo because of their mental health." I'm a counselor, all right? I'm a certified counselor, right? There's 2 types of people I don't like using, right? And I know it. I'll always call out. Either someone will use the race card or use the mental health card, right? It's very sensitive topic in regards to in regards to the mental health, because some people could use it as an excuse their play in this case. People need to understand, man. Kids who play minor league, they are
losing you, buddy.
To go through.
The brown envelopes took his internet.
They're trained to go through criticism. They're trained to go through disappointment. They wouldn't be a professional if they haven't trained. So I just want our fan base to sometimes just chill. The player's going to be okay. All right. Right. Sanchez is home with his beautiful wife. He has a beautiful family. He's upset, he got booed, but you know what? He's already said, "I hope they transfer me out. I can't stay within this culture," and that's it. That's what it does.
To be fair, for
He's
me,
on £80,000 a week, £100,000 a week. What is this, man? You're trained to deal with this. You're trained to deal with this, man. That's why you get paid the money.
I've just checked it. It's our 17th game of the season where we conceded 2 or more goals. 17 games where we conceded 2 or more. Like,
Michael, we've conceded more goals than 16 other teams in the league.
Yeah, we should. This defense should expect to be booed at, like, for those performances. 17 games where they conceded 2 or more goals, and the only reason we are sitting 5th is because we have amazing attack who people keep slagging off and keep blaming Kane, Son, Kulusevski, and other guys and telling they are not good enough. No, it's the defense. Look at other teams. We are the third best offense in the league, right? The third best offensive force in the league, right? If they had competent backline behind them, I'm telling you, we would be much higher up the pitch, much higher up the table. Sorry, yeah. And it's. I'm honestly baffled how many times we as fans can repeat the same fucking thing, that this defense is shambolic, not good enough. And why are people so like shit scared of booing players or criticizing players, right? If they are not good enough, then you should call it out, right? We are not Bournemouth. We are not, with all due respect, of course, because they beat us, right? But we are not Bournemouth. We are not Leicester of this season. We are not, I don't know, Nottingham Forest, right? We are Tottenham Hotspur. We should statistically have one of the best defenses in the league, just because we are the 5th, 4th, 6th, 7th biggest team in the league, right? Like, just by logic, we should have a better defense, but we don't, right? So criticize them, point out that they are not good enough. I'm honestly sick and tired. Like, you can't criticize Dyer, Sanchez. You know, they are good servants to the club. Fuck that. I don't care. Like,
Why? This is the same thing. This is the same thing. Why? When I caught a bunch of heat for my opinions on Lamella back in the day. I don't know if you've been a subscriber to the channel for a long time, or if you've seen me on things back years going back. I used to go in pretty hard on Lamella, and people used to get on me. Oh, but he tries hard. I don't care. I do not care. I am not. This is not Try Hard FC. This is not the Try Hard League, right? This is English Premier League. All right.
Jack, it's not American football where you get tries. You know what I mean?
It's the stupidest thing that fans say. But he tries hard. He tries hard. Oh, he works so hard. He runs around. Lamella, look, Lamella had passion. Fuck the passion. Fuck the passion.
Quality, man.
I want goals, motherfuckers. I want goals. Goals, assists, tackles, 3 points. That's what I want. Yeah, exactly. Fuck the passion.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, fuck it, bro. I saw the stats. Yeah, Chelsea have conceded less goals than Spurs. I looked at the table, and Spurs have conceded 45 goals, and Chelsea 33. So that's
minerals. 16 teams have conceded less than us. I think only Southampton, Leicester, the really, really shit teams have conceded less. If this was the Premier League of conceding goals, honestly,
yeah, he's always injured.
We're in a relegation fight.
Yeah. But regardless of the fact that he was injured or not, right? My whole point was, right, all Eric Melo would do was frustrate you, get a couple red cards, maybe a Rabona once or twice a year, and that's it. That's it.
Yeah, it's
offered nothing.
Same thing with Richarlison this season, right? I don't care that he tries hard. If he's not putting in the numbers as a striker, then he's failing at his job. That's as easy as that.
Lamella had a good left foot.
Yeah, that's it. He was a pirate. He was the pirate king, right? He could have had a peg leg on his right foot. It wouldn't have mattered. He could. That's why he Rabona'd. Like, he was so good at Rabonas because he was so bad with his weak foot. He couldn't even pass the ball with his weak foot. I'm horrible at football compared to any professional player. And I can pass with my weak foot, right? So come on.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Dildo wants to know who would pick. I would pick. Look, I don't like Danjuma. I don't rate Danjuma either, but I would pick him over Richarlison, sure.
Neither.
Right? Just because Danjuma's bad doesn't mean Richarlison's good, or because he's better than Richarlison that he's any good, right? Like right now, based on form, who would you pick? Yeah, I would. Danjuma gets a start for me over Richarlison. But this is why I keep saying, this is why even back in the day when Richarlison had maybe 5 or 6 games, 20 appearances now in the Premier League, 20 appearances now in the Premier League, Richarlison, and not a single goal. And all of these wrong-ins and brown envelopes at the beginning of the season, I got to put myself on the big cam for this one because I'm going to go in a little bit on a rant here. All of these wrongins and brown envelopes who were going at me and saying that Richarlison was better than Son. Just wait and see. He was going to have a more impactful season than Son Heung-min this season. That is goal number 8, by the way, in the league for Son. Goal number 8. And how many goals did Will say that Son would finish on this season? 15. I think it's coming. That's 2 games in a row now. So I'm gonna. You guys better hope. You better pray to God. Whatever God you believe in, you better get down on your knees tonight and pray that Son Heung-min doesn't get another 7 goals this season. That's all I gotta say. That's all I have got to say.
That's it, man. Like Richarlison, he is dreadful, man. This is the perfect thing to an analogy I can say. He couldn't balance eggs on wooden spoons, man, because there would be egg all over his face. You know what I mean?
He had an open header, dude. Let's look at the. I just want to see the XG on that chance that he had. It had to have been
one at the end, right?
Yeah, super high.
Still, man, like that chance should have fallen to Kane. Like if Kane, that's a goal. If that's Harry Kane, you know what I mean?
I don't know. He didn't really have his shooting boots on today either.
I'm fucking fed up with Kane as well, mate.
So it's a 12% chance for a goal from him, but he was centered right on the inside, just on the outside of the 6-yard box.
Dude,
he puts it wide.
It must have been harder to put it off target than it was to at least get it on fucking target. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Like, you know what I love the most about this particular game, right? Is pretty much every single like argument that many people have about like the tactics or whatever or the substitutions went to shit that game, right? We went to a back 4. We subbed on Danjuma and Richarlison. We had more possession, more shots on target, better pass completion. We scored 2 goals, right? We still more fucking corners. Lost. More corners. What else do you want? What proof do you want? What else, right? I bet there are people who are still like it's Conte's fault. It's absolutely baffling for me. Like, get it through your fucking thick skulls that it's just because this defense is not good enough.
Exactly.
Harry Kane had 6 shots today, and that one that he had that Son played him in on was the biggest chance, the biggest XG chance that we had as a team all day today.
Yeah.
So when did I say we only play Son because of his commercial revenue? When did I ever say that's the only reason?
Never did.
Jesus Christ.
These people are on crack.
Clip it. Look, like this is what I'm talking about. See, this is the thing. If Stell said that, go back. Hold on. If Stell said that, go clip it. Well, I guess you can't now if it was on the old channel. Silver lining, Stell. Silver lining. Silver lining.
All according to the motherfucking plan.
No, because I know Stell would never say this. But if you said it on Henry's show, right, you can go clip it. If you said it on this show, you can go back and clip it.
I might have said
we will never sell Son because he brings in commercial money.
Yes.
Yeah.
I said the board probably demand he plays as well because of commercial revenue, but I never said we only play Son because of that. We play Son. I've said this all along. The reason we play
he's the
Son
man
is because only him and Kane score. Nobody else scores. Man. That's why. It's basic. It's not rocket science, is it?
Yeah, exactly, man.
There's the good old Dildo. Dildo, you better be subscribed to the channel, Dildo. Should I put in subscriber mode? Like, if you're going to come on here and troll, you better be subscribed. That's all I got to say.
How can an Arsenal fan be called Dildo, man? I don't understand this. Like, what's wrong with everyone?
He said that he murdered you. He said that he's murdered you. And stuff like that.
This guy couldn't mud a pig farm.
Yeah,
Let's see.
to answer James Richmond, like, I don't care about Conte either because he's gone. But that doesn't mean that all the people that were saying he was to blame are right, because they're not. It's clearly a complete lack of skill with some of our players.
There you go.
And
We'll
that's
put in.
been evident for seasons.
Some is
Well,
a bit
it
of
ain't
an
all of them.
understatement.
Well,
It's-
most of them, but
it's
I'm trying to be generous.
Make
Yes,
sure you
sir.
subscribe to the channel. We got 100 people watching and only 47 likes. You got to smash that likes up. We need to get that likes up to 100 right now. Right? There's people that are watching now that weren't watching before, and people that weren't watching before that are watching now that have probably liked and gone off stream. Get that like button up to 100 because we want to get Tottenham away. That's right. This is no longer Will Stewart 365. This is Tottenham away now. You can't keep us down. All of you wrong-ins and brown envelopes, you can try, but you'll never succeed. Make sure you smash that like button. Help us get back up to 10K. Let's get back up to 10K in what? 4 months. Let's do it.
What
Will-
Will means is the subscribe button.
Yeah, subscribe and like the channels and follow Mari's channel as well. Even though Mari's going to be joining us, so. But
And-
can I just?
And turn on that notification bell so you don't ever miss
Yes.
a show.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Let me just
you know,
add something. I'm
Because we
coming-
never start on time, so you want to hit that notification bell. That way you know when we've actually gone live. So.
Got your back, Stal. Got your back.
The last show is in 2 weeks. I've already planned it. It's going to be wild. But I'm going to be coming in, Tottenham away with some interesting shows, some interesting things. I got to talk to Will and Stella about, and a wonderful idea too. It's
I like to see it, bro.
yeah, it's gonna get us to 20K, 30K, 40, 50K. It's going to be good. It's going to
we're
be
getting cancelled again.
we need to be at 10K again by the beginning of next season. That's my personal goal. So let's do it because this channel's already had 380 subscribers in the past week. So let's get that up.
And Tottenham away too.
Tottenham away too as well for clips and other.
Get your daily dose of Iggy every morning in the UK.
Yep. Good morning, Tottenham away. I think we'll be transitioning over to this channel too at some point. Once we get all the logins sorted out.
Can we talk about something that happened today? Right.
No, don't.
Yes.
Have the power.
Something I've been talking about for the last 2-3 weeks. And by the way,
are you going to call somebody out?
No,
I'll
I'm
put you
not
on
putting
big
it out.
screen. Damn, I was hoping you would.
No.
Damn.
All right, I will go on.
Damn.
And this and that 765 who keeps banging on about Danjuma. Go back 15 minutes and we cleared that one up because I think you're probably late to the party. You didn't hear what we said. But anyway, so for the last 2-3 weeks on Tottenham Away, the other channel that got cancelled, and on Henry Wright's show, I've been asking a question, right? All these fans that say, "Oh, this is a continuation of Conte football, and Stellini's just the same as Conte," blah blah blah. And I said, when you look at this team and you look at the injuries we've got, I don't think we can play a back four. I genuinely don't think we can play a back four. And the reason I said it is because Perisic can't defend. For me, he's a winger. He's not even a wing back. He's a winger. I said Pedro Porro looks like he's not bad going forward, but he doesn't look like he can defend. So if we go to a back four, you need a left and a right back. I don't think we have a left and a right back. So I said to people, you want Stellini or Mason to change it up. Okay, tell me your back four. And what most people said was Dyer and Romero as centre-backs, which I said Dyer is awful in the back too. He's terrible anyway. Then I said, who goes left back? And they said Longley. I said, okay. Who goes right back? Porro. I said, but he's not good at defending. So now you've got another problem. And they said, all right, what about Tanganga? I said, well, now you're going to put a centre back at right back. We've tried that. Nobody could answer this question with confidence. Anyway, today we went to a back four. Go look what happened for that last goal. So I want to. I want to. I, 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 want to ask everyone on the panel and in the comments, What choice does any manager have with this current group of players with the injuries we've got in terms of changing the defensive structure, in terms of a formation change? Is it possible without it being the same shit?
Play the under-21s. Fuck it.
That's one choice, right?
The answer is this. He's not creative with new ideas. You gotta be creative and do new tactics, a new formation. You gotta be stubborn in the same ways. Not gonna say the name, but it annoys me when he says this because, like I said at the beginning of the show, what fucking players do we have who are versatile? Like a Camavinga or a David Alaba that could, okay, we could change the formation. We'll put him at center back. We'll put him at left back, right back. We don't have that talent. And Glenn Hoddle, right, said this. He said, if we were to play more expansive, if we want us to play a back four so we can play more expansive football, we would finish at best 8th. We will be leaking more goals playing a back four. So maybe there's a reason why Conte, didn't play with a back four because he knows that we'll get lit up. And on that last goal, oh my goodness, we got shredded like cheese. Shredded. And so maybe it was to avoid that. Though we'll still give up goals, but not as many. But, he's a dinosaur. He doesn't try new things. I want to see new things.
So did the bully? Is this true? Like, did the bully Terry Flewers actually mention me on his show, or are you just?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did actually. Like Jacob.
Terry Flowers grilled of his choice to support Spurs of all clubs. Yeah, but Jacob loves the attention, so.
But he brought mine. I live rent free in his head. That's awesome. It means he watches the
Exactly.
show.
He said
Hi,
that
Terry. Hi, Terry.
No, wait, hold on, Will. 1 minute. No, hold on. Did Terry mention your name, or did Jacob say that you?
No, Jacob. Why? I didn't influence Jacob. Why would he say that? No, Terry Flewer said I influenced him.
Terry said
he told at Will Stewart you influenced him. I think you need to watch it. I think maybe I don't know. I never watched the show. I don't watch it.
For me, it sounds as if Terry.
Yeah, Terry
insinuated that Will persuaded Jacob to.
The kingpin Brian envelope anyway, man.
But look, I don't watch. I don't see. Look, this is the funny thing. This is the funny thing about Terry. He watches. He'll probably say it's part of his job, right? He's gonna watch all of these shows. I don't watch his shows. I don't. I don't watch any of his shows. But the fact that he keeps bringing my name up is pretty funny. He must have been really hurt that I called him a bully on Twitter. Like, that really must have. Because after that, I used to be a member on that channel, by the way. I used to pay $5 a month to Terry's channel. I actually enjoyed Terry's channel. But then when all the bullcrap came down and all the lies came on about everything, right?
And the wrong ones he brings on.
Yeah, and the wrong-uns that he brings on. But that's what I'm saying. I used to go watch the wrong-uns to laugh at him, right? It was a really funny show. Hold on, let me finish. And so then on Twitter, right, we were having like a little bit of a debate about it, right? Because it was, he's been all up Arsenal's asshole this year. Everybody knows it, right? We all know why. And then so when I mentioned it on Twitter, he retweets my tweet to mock me, right? And I said, "Are you trying to bully me? Are you trying to be a bully, Terry? Right? Why would you, with almost 100,000 Twitter subscribers, retweet my tweet and then just mock me? Like, not as part of the argument, not arguing points back and forth, but simply retweeting my tweet." In order to, look at this knob, dumbass or whatever, just to mock me. Right.
I told you, it's Jacob that said it. Look, Dildo's just.
But why would Jacob say I influenced him to be a Spurs fan?
Spurs America said that. That's what I thought. That's how I read it.
Jacob Jacob didn't even know who I am.
Maybe he used to watch you.
No, that's horseshit. Because when they were doing the Friday night show on your channel, Tottenham Away,
Yeah, you're right.
I came on the show and they didn't know who the fuck I was.
Yeah, no, you're right. And they were Spurs fans before.
Yeah, they were already Spurs fans, so it's not me.
Maybe you got mudded. Maybe you got sent to the woods.
I mean, Terry has like 300K subs on YouTube actually, like 312.
Yeah, 312K, but on Twitter it's like 100 something, 100,000 or something like that. I can't remember. Maybe less. Maybe
Listen,
more.
he never used to go in on Spurs the way he does. Ever since he hooked up with that gooner ass, he has gone he will bring on Spurs fans that will mud the club. He will bring on Spurs fans that will just kill each other, man. It's crazy.
So anyway, after that thing,
yeah, I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After Stell called him out and he got all butthurt and everything, right? And so anyway, after that, I super chatted in his comments one time, and he refused to read it. I did it like 2 times in a row, and he wouldn't read a super chat. That's how much I'm in his mind. That's how much he's afraid of my opinion. That he wouldn't read out a $5 and a $10 super chat live on air.
That's why he knows you're smart. His friend.
He's a long way from. He's a long way from Nando's as well, man.
By the way, I wanted to like follow up on what Mari said about the tactics. I know it was said like a couple of minutes
the back
ago.
four. Let's get back to that. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but like for me, half of the people that talk about us going to a back four are FIFA and Football Manager enjoyers who just and I am one myself, right? So it's not like I don't play those games, right? But they just like go into Football Manager, click on Dyer, and see that he's a center mid in Football Manager, right? Or that Langley can play left back or whatever, right? And they magically think that you can just swap people around like on weekly basis and they will perform, right? That's not how life works, right? There is a reason why those players train formations and train the proper behavior in a formation. Everything that Stel always says, right? Keeping the formation, being tactically rigid, whatever, right? So half of them, I think, they just don't have, like, they just think that whatever happens in a game can happen in real life, right? That's not the case. And the other half, I think, that just lack football knowledge pretty much for me. Like they lack the creativity and imagination to realize that if you have the shittiest argument I ever heard was, why play a back three when you have 3 shitty defenders? Put one of them off so we have less shitty defenders, right? What kind of fucking idea is that?
Yeah.
If they are shit in a back three, they will be fucking worse in a back four.
Worse in the back four.
Yeah,
because there's less of them to try and cover for the other one's shitty mistakes.
That's assuming you somehow magically spawn 2 wide backs, right? Or full backs. Sorry, we don't have full backs at this team. Maybe Royal can play a right back, right? But he's not fit. And on the left side, we don't have a left back. We simply don't have a left back at the club right now. All the players that
Can I ask you another question actually? Whilst you're talking about this, because you just something clicked in my head when you're describing this. If all the players at Tottenham were fit, do we honestly have a good enough defensive mid at this club? I'm talking Victor Wanyama levels.
Defensive mid?
Not really.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think so.
No,
man. You need the minerals in general.
With all due respect to Højbjerg, because I really like the guy. I listen. He has his ups and downs. I think he has some brilliant games, but on the other hand, he can play like he did today, right? He was absolutely woeful today. So yeah, it's like people need to realize that we don't have a squad capable of playing a back four. That's as simple as that for me. We don't have a squad that will play a back four properly. Like, we don't have a proper defensive mid. We don't have fullbacks capable of playing back four. Our central defenders are not good enough to play in a 2, where they are more exposed than they are in a back 3. And you can make arguments for the front line, although I don't think we have a capable center attacking mid also, right? Because if you want to play a 4-2-3-1, then you need someone in the middle behind the striker, right? To either be a shadow striker or however you want to fucking call the role, right? We don't have that person.
2018, last good team we had.
Yep.
I mean, and Ali in his prime, mate. You know what I mean?
But we got 115 people watching the show right now. 115 people on a Saturday. 116 now. 116 on a Saturday night. 안녕하세요. 좋아. 들어주세요. If you're Korean. And make sure that you hit that like button and hit the subscribe button as well. You know, we're the kings of this time of night, right? We're the kings of it. Big numbers, big numbers, big numbers. And it's all thanks to you guys in the chat. Make sure you hit the subscribe, smash the likes. I thought I asked you guys to help us get to 100 likes on the stream live. Let's get to 100 live. We'll get to 100 after the stream ends for sure. But let's get to 100 likes live. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. Smash the like button. But looking at the stats for tonight, because you know we all love stats so much. You know, player wise, I know it's hard to see. You know, go full screen if you need to. But basically, man, Son Heung-min, man of the match today. You know, he had the big score, 7.8. A bunch of shots on goal. Like, there's people that said he went missing in the second half. I didn't think he went missing in the second half. Like, as far as the game went, the whole team kind of went missing in the second half. But I think that goal that he put in for Harry Kane all came in the second half, right? So I mean, he was in on it. A bunch of key passes, 3 shots on targets, only 1 shot blocked, 100% on his dribbles. 39 touches, hardly gave the ball away at all for Son today. He only gave the ball away 7 times, half of what he normally does.
Yep.
Right? So, what people don't know, he averages about 13 losses of possession per game. Today he had 7. So, I don't get why. Like, you got to have a hard agenda to say Son wasn't good today.
I think today was one of his better, if not the best match of this season.
Yeah, bar probably like the only game I would say was better would have been like Nottingham Forest.
Yep.
But so I think number 2 then on the day was Ivan Perisic stat wise. But here's the problem with Ivan Perisic is he does this a lot, right? He'll get a super high statistical score because the ball goes down on the left there. He does it, but he never throws the ball back. Today he did, and he got his first assist. The Son Heung-min in the entire season. Can you believe that?
Actually second.
Is it a second?
Yeah, because I think he assisted for Brighton. I mean, it was like assist, you know, like he just passed the ball and so did it.
Oh yeah. And then he turned. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I think you're technically right.
Second, but still, like the point stands, right?
That's 2 games in a row.
Yeah.
2 games in a row, 2 assists. So maybe they've been watching the show. Maybe Perisic is like, you know what, Sonny, you know, Will's right. I have been neglecting you. Could you imagine if they actually watched and they talk about us? Like, you know, that Stell guy, he's a real prick. Like, oh, it'd be so funny.
I've been saying that for how long, Will?
What, the Stell's a prick?
Yeah.
Well, hey, you got to get in line. You got to get in line.
Yeah, man. That was also wrong, mate.
Form a queue, an orderly queue, please.
I've been saying all along that Perisic and Son clash down that left side. I've been saying it for how many years?
Well, I mean, the one, because that's all they've been. But been together. Oh, I see why you refreshed yourself, SofaScore, so you get that ad stuck up there. You sly monkey. But yeah, next game. Everybody said that Højbjerg had a piss poor game today too. But again, another guy who gets on the ball a lot but doesn't do a whole lot with it. You know, Kulusevski, man, what's going on with Kulu, dude?
He's poor, man. He's in the woods.
You think his injury that he had at the beginning of the season has completely messed him up, or what? Like, because he hasn't come back, you know.
I think it's also pressing. I think it's mental also too with him too.
That's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
He's pressing.
like for me, he's kind of like a confidence streak player. Let's call it that. So for me, when he came last season, he had like something to prove, right? He had to fight for the spot, although it didn't take long to displace Lucas Moura, right? But still, he fought for his spot, he got it, and then like if you remember, everything worked out for him, right? Every single like dribbling he attempted, shots that he attempted, it all worked out, right? He had like the best numbers other than Son and Kane in the league, right? We had he formed the most prolific like trio in the league on the back end of that season, right? Since January, and I just think that this season it's been a lot of stop and start for him due to injuries, but also I think it's mental. For me, it's mental. I just when I look at him, I don't. Last season, I saw a lot of like confidence and self-belief, and somehow I think this season, when he fails a dribble, or he overshoots the ball, or fucks up a cross, I just feel like it gets to him quickly, and I just think it just spirals, and it gets like he gets worse and worse because he doesn't like succeed in what he wants to do. Because I feel like the guy knows what he's capable of. It's just it's not really like. He's getting into good position. He like dribbles past one player, but then gets stuck on another player, right? Whereas last season he could like dribble through half the opposition team, and that's I think the difference, right? Maybe we also hold like a high standard for him because of what we saw last season. Maybe like.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird though that like none of those diagonal balls that he used to play to Son, from that right hand side, or they're getting blocked every time. So
Yep.
I don't know if he's just got his head down too much, if he's just off it a little bit, or what. But he used to find Son. He was the number one assister for Son last season, and people don't realize that. And then this season, I don't think he has a single one to Son, maybe one at the most. And it's just weird. And goals wise too, he didn't score a ton of goals last season, but he's been way off the pace this season. Like, I don't know, man. It's just a weird situation for Kulu right now. And look, I hope he gets his form back, right? Because it was a really good signing. I was really pleased with him as a player last season, and I just hope that it's not the injury that's kind of, I just hope he doesn't become like a Lamella, you know what I mean, where he was great in his first 2 seasons and then disappeared for the last 6. We don't need another one of those. That's for sure. But big up Normal Boar over there on Twitch. Big yourself up, my man. All that good stuff. But who else do we have here that was not good today? Skip. Should we be looking at Pape Matar to start the next game or what?
I just have a feeling like whenever Højbjerg drops a stinker and he gets dropped for one game, then he comes back and performs well. I think that's kind of like a pattern that we got with him. The guy plays a lot of football, and I think that 1 week break could be useful for him. But I don't know, for me it's too fucking risky to start Sar and Skip. Especially because like we are going away to St. James, then we like play United at home, Anfield away. Those are not like easy fixtures, so it would be risky for me. Then again, but because I personally think I would rather see Sar come in for Højbjerg for like 50 minutes, maybe even. Just give the guy a break for me. I just like,
Yeah,
I think he's tired both mentally and physically.
I don't think Højbjerg should be dropped for Newcastle because we're going to need that, defensive mid in, especially against Newcastle. Newcastle's midfield is firing at the moment. Well, except for last night.
Yeah, except for the Villa game, right?
Yeah.
By the way, like one thing quickly on Villa, because when I was looking at our like last 10 fixtures or whatever, right? We saw also like this period where we play Newcastle, United, and Liverpool, and we thought those games will be hard, right? But look at it like further. We have Villa away and Crystal Palace at home, and Crystal Palace are like on 3 wins on a spin, and Villa are the best informed team other than City in the league.
God help
now.
us.
Yeah, in the last mix of things. And big up to Mari. Mari had to go. Thanks for coming on, my man. We always love having you on the show, and we look forward to you doing more content over here on the channel. So
we need to see as well how if Longley's injury is a bad one or not, because I don't know if they took him off as a precaution.
They haven't reported. They haven't reported it yet. So,
So
if we lose him,
just a knock.
I thought Longley was having a good game today. That ball into Perisic was brilliant. Like I was waiting to see that ball from Longley all freaking season, because that's what he was when he was good at Sevilla and Barcelona. That's what he was known for, was those long balls to the wide player on the left, or through balls in behind. It was spot perfect. You know what I mean? And all Perisic had to do was just tap it back to Son, and boom, boom, 1-0. So,
tell you what, if he is out, we're fucked.
We are really screwed.
Jason,
I'd rather Tanganga play.
We're already fucked. If he's out, we're deeply fucked.
Well, that's what I mean. We're super fucked as opposed to just fucked.
Mate, I tell you.
Would you play? Is it Lavinia?
He's a fullback, isn't he?
He's had a bad. He's had an injury recently that kept him out for a while. So I don't know.
Like the issue for me with bringing in kids, right, is listen. We all know that we are not getting top 4, right? It would take a fucking miracle for us to end up in the 4th spot, right? But still, like. For me, it's too big of a risk, even though like some of the players, like I'm not sure if I would rather see a shitty senior player or a kid thrown into the pits of hell. Let's be honest, we are going to bring like Lavenir or whoever, some other kid from under 21s, and play their first senior match at St. James's Park. Like, I think Stel said it plenty of times, right? It can destroy a player for a long time, right? Because if they play well, fucking brilliant, right? But if they fuck up and it's their fault that the team lost,
this isn't a good environment to try and nurture a youngster in. The only time I'd bring in a youngster in this environment is either 1, you are seriously desperate, or 2, the mentality of the youngster can handle the occasion. But looking at most youngsters that come through Spurs, they're all they're Spursy.
I'll be honest though, Stel, if he is injured, we are in serious. We're desperate.
Well, you've got Davinson Sanchez and Tanganga, and I guarantee you they will get.
I'd rather Tanganga than Sanchez, and I really don't want Tanganga playing either, if I'm being completely honest with you. If I'm being real, right, but I don't want Sanchez on the pit. I don't even want him on the fucking bench.
He needs to go play with U23s like we did with Danny Rose. Is what happened.
The guy is a fucking liability.
So's Dyer.
Mind you, so is Dyer. Like, to be real, right, they're all fucking liabilities. And my God, if Dyer gets another contract, I'm going to fucking explode.
If Dyer gets another contract before the manager even comes here to sanction it, then that just proves Levy is the one behind all the transfers. That just proves it, man.
So do we recall Joe Roden?
No.
He's
another fucking wolf.
He's better than Sanchez.
Yeah, he's better than Sanchez. But so is Tanganga, right? But just like slightly marginally better for me. It's not like
Yeah, we really need Ben back. I can't believe I'm saying that. Like how sad of a situation is this that we're like, man, God, I hope Ben Davies comes back soon, right? Like, what the hell is wrong with this club? I could never in my life, if you would have asked me 2 years ago that I would have been like wishing that Ben Davies would hurry up and get back from injury, I would have called you a fucking liar. Like I would have said, you're mad. You've lost it. You've lost the plot. You're out of your mind. Never in a million years. But man, have times changed.
The thing as well is if you bring in a youngster or youngsters now, are these managers, Stellini and Mason, the right people to help them in this moment? I'm not convinced, man. I'm not convinced. I think if we had maybe Harry Redknapp had come in for 10 games, like that was the rumors. Harry Redknapp's gonna. If Redknapp was here, I'd say yeah, do it, because I know Harry Redknapp could manage it. But Mason's a kid, and Stellini's proving to be someone who's here for an experience. You know, he's on work experience.
But I want to bring this one up because I hear a lot of people talk about this a lot, right? Like, well, who I always hear people want Levy out, but they never say who they would want to bring in.
Elon Musk.
Anyone. Right.
Elon Musk, please.
Anyone. Give me a state-owned owner. Right. Give me anybody with ambition. Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos,
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Dude, I would take Ryan Reynolds in a heartbeat, dude. Unfortunately, he's not that wealthy. Deadpool gets you a lot of money, but not the type of money they can get you vice versa.
At least he's got some fucking passion, though. You know?
Yeah, he wants to win. Look, I'm telling you right now, I would take any American owner. I'm here. Let me say it again, and not just because I'm American. I'm gonna justify this again. I can already hear people's brains exploding right now. Oh, this Yankees, Americans. I would take any American owner over Daniel Levy. Why? Because you can shit on American owners all you want. They're cocky and they're prideful, and then when their team lose, it makes them look bad, and they don't want that shit. Right? Todd Bowley isn't spending £600 million just to make fans feel good. He wants his team to win. He comes up delusionally cocky. Yeah, look, I'm positive. Delusionally cocky. Before the Champions League game, Sky Sports is chasing him down. He obviously doesn't want to talk to the reporter. They ask him, blah, blah, boom. He's like, boom, we're going to win 3-0, man. Like, even when it's... Yeah, but that's fine. But what I'm saying is, he's pumping money into the club because he wants to get results. He just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, right? There's the difference.
My guy Johnny Minnels explains it. He wants a yes man in charge of Chelsea.
I don't think he wants. I don't think he wants a yes man. What he wants is he wants his man, right? There's a difference between a yes man and a his man. Todd Bowley. Look, we've got the equivalent of Todd Bowley as far as results is concerned at Tottenham Hotspur. Right, I'd at least rather have the $600 million transfer windows, right?
Yeah, but our chairman doesn't have a fucking clue as well. He just doesn't spend any money.
Exactly. So we've got the double whammy. That's what I'm saying. He doesn't give a shit, or he doesn't know what he's doing, and he doesn't spend money. Chelsea's owner doesn't know what he's doing, but at least he spends money, right? So they've got one out of the two, right? We're sitting here with two empty hands. At least they got something in one.
I am 100% sure that if Conte got 300 million in the summer, like Chelsea did, we
would have won the league.
We would be challenging for the fucking league. Because the difference between what we've spent, which is like 140 or 130 and 170, if you want to include Romero, right? The difference between 170 and 300 is two really good center backs, right? And that's, I hope, what we would have spent the money on, right?
We wouldn't have, though. We would have bought another fucking winger and a fucking other defensive mid, because that's the shit, fucking bullshit fucking club we are.
But look, I'm telling you, once Todd Bowley figures it out, because he will, right? He'll figure it out eventually. If he continues, if he continues to spend the way that he is, right? If he doesn't get scared, shut up, stop, close it down, suck it down. He's already bought enough young players to redo a squad 2 times over. But once he figures it out and he gets a manager who knows what he's doing, because let's be real, Graham Potter didn't know what the hell he was doing. Graham Potter's a fraud of a manager. I've already said that 1,000 times. Right? Frank the Tank.
Graham Potter was the proposal.
Frank the Tank couldn't do anything anywhere he went, right? I mean, the guy's he was a great footballer,
Everton,
but he's a horrible manager.
Right,
But he was awful. He almost relegated Everton last season.
I know, right? He almost relegated Everton last season. Got sacked from Chelsea in his first job. Then he comes back to Chelsea. Look, I'm telling you right now,
Red Bull model. Todd Bowley.
Jesse Marsh would do a better job at Chelsea than the 2 people that they've had there under Todd Bowley.
I mean, are you sure?
What's this? Job for the boys there, Will?
Maybe. Red Bull. That's actually true. Red Bull model. Todd Bowley wants to emulate the Red Bull model and get the brand envelopes. Like, that's why he has the loophole of buying like players on 8-year deals. But the difference is that Chelsea fans want an elite manager. You know, Chelsea fans demand the best of the best.
Yeah. But I'm saying they'll get one. You know, they'll get one eventually. That's what I'm saying. Because with the players that they've bought, with the squad that they have, any manager with decent skills is gonna get a tune out of that squad. It's gonna happen. That's the difference. Saying when you spend money, right? If you don't know what you're doing as an owner, but you're still spending money and you're going out and buying players and doing whatever, you're eventually gonna get results because quality will rise to the top. And once you find the right fit, the right manager, we're gonna be fucked as Tottenham fans.
We're gonna be fucked, bro, because
Bowley's sorry.
And also he's gonna sell the dead food as well. You know what I mean?
Right, we're fucked anyway because Liverpool ain't always going to be this shit.
Exactly.
Chelsea ain't always going to be this shit. Newcastle are on the fucking up.
And Man United being Man United.
Watch fucking Villa. Watch Villa.
Watch Villa, man. Sir Unai Emery.
I don't think it's a fucking fluke.
Yeah, Henry's girlfriend Unai Emery.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Always sucking them off, blood.
Henry is going to be fucking unbearable. Like, all the love to the guy, but
it was so funny, Michael, when you put that in the group chat today in the Tottenham way. Literally, the notification right before that was, Stell, are you watching? It was from Henry. I laughed so hard because Henry goes, Estelle, you watching too? No, Unai Emery, I told you. And the next thing, Michael, Henry's going to be unbearable for the next week. I couldn't help but laugh because you guys didn't know each other were saying that at all. It was just such a coincidence. It was
He's
great.
out of control, man. Henry's out of control.
Yeah, man, he's out of control, mate. You know what I mean? Unai Emery lives rent free in his head, man. You know what I mean?
We got a late joiner to the game, to the show tonight, all the way from Malaysia. Maybe he can clear up. Man, that's freaking loud. Maybe he can clear up some of the confusion about Jacob today over there on Terry Fleur's show. Elias from 7 Up Spurs is in the house. What's going on, Elias?
Hey guys, yeah, I'm doing good. Just woke up a bit late because slept a bit late last night after all the drama. So yeah,
drama. It's normal.
It's always a drama in the Spurs community, right?
What's the drama now?
So what were people going on about me over there on the TFT or today?
They weren't saying anything about you though.
So who was Jacob saying? Who was the YouTuber that influenced them to watch Spurs?
Oh, Jacob talked about an influencer who. Oh, it's Michael. It's Michael. I was talking about Michael. It's not this round. He said it like in the last episode, I think.
Michael, right? Or Michael?
Yeah, it's Michael. It's Michael because they used to work together at the Dallas FC. I think that was the thing.
I think Dildo's just winding it up, man. Dildo,
man.
Nah, I mean,
Dildo wants to become a vibrator because he's winding people up.
Exactly. He's a long way from Starbucks, Will.
one of those ones that twirls like this, right? So
Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'll catch us all later.
big up
Yeah,
Shane
man, big
B.
up,
Thanks for coming on, man. We
Jim
love having you on the
Minerals,
show.
Does
Oh,
Dildo
okay.
want to be a rampant rabbit? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Dildo's the longest from
Michael's
Starbucks.
American. They do
Yeah,
the same
Michael's
show
right.
together. I wouldn't necessarily call Michael famous, but I guess Jacob was kind of tongue in cheek joking, but makes
I
sense.
mean,
Yeah.
Was it the
Dildo's
last
the longest from Starbucks, man.
Also, like one thing with Bowley, I think because you guys were saying that he wants to do a Red Bull model. The only issue is that he basically chose like the system, or however you want to call it, that requires the most patience, and he chose the club with the most impatient little bitches as fans.
Well, it's because they've been
Well
trained
said,
that
yeah.
way, right?
Because
been
of
trained.
Ron,
Yeah.
for 19 years, 20.
But going back
Well,
to the ratings real quick, just to sorry, unless we still want to talk about Tom Bowley some more.
I'm fine.
All right. So Hugo Lloris, man, another kind of marish game for him too. Like there was that time in the second half when Bournemouth almost scored and they were just like, I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what is going on with Hugo this year, dude? Like, is age catching up with them? Because look, age is a gradual thing. You don't just fall off a freaking cliff, man. Or do you think it was just like losing the World Cup, like fuck with him mentally or what? Like, what's going on with Hugo, dude?
A lot
The
of
whole team will.
But it's not the whole team, really. Oh, I guess it is kind of.
Kulu, Son, Kane's not having a great season either. The midfield, none of them are
Which
really.
is mad 'cause he's
Højbjerg,
got 23, right?
yeah, I think because we're used to Kane also creating as well. He's not being as
Yeah.
creative. Højbjerg's not having a good season.
I-
He had a good start, but he's not having a good season. All the defenders, even Romero's looking shit. man.
Yeah.
Romero's like,
oh,
Well, no.
what the
Bar the fouls. I don't think he's playing poorly.
but none
Yeah,
of them
but
are
what
playing
the fuck
like.
was he doing when he tried to bounce the ball off the dude? It was so fucking give it. I was like, what are you fucking doing, man?
What are you fucking doing exactly?
You're
Exactly.
fucking.
Exactly.
Tell that to fucking Sanchez.
Exactly.
Elias,
What are you doing, mate? Like,
Elias, I want to ask you something.
Yes.
So, what was the general vibe amongst Spurs fans on Terrace today?
They were pretty embarrassing. Like I would be very honest that whole tactics and the formation thing, it's just not working. Like I can call this person out. Sava, he was actually in the terrace, and I actually sent a text that the tactics and the formation thing is not gonna change things. You need a big personnel change in the team. And he said to me that nonsense, Elias. And then he also said later on that managers try things, we don't. So according to him, the managers are not trying something different, whereas we should be trying something different. So I actually countered that by the time he had left.
But Stellini literally mentioned this in his press conference. Does he not watch press conferences? Like Stellini, they literally asked Stellini this exact same question. And he said that due to the amount of injuries that we have, right, we don't have enough time, right, to bed in a complete new system before the end of the season. He said it's not possible to do. And so that's why they continue. Yeah, because they had to, because they went down, right?
And the point is, we did try something different, and we still lost.
Right, but they don't count that. But hold on, there's a lot of times when Conte went to a back 4-2 to try to get a lead back too, right? They don't count that as trying something different. They don't, because they completely ignore it. And there's like, from the beginning, right? We need to come out and start in a 4-2-3-1.
Exactly.
Right? Which is so stupid, by the way.
No, I mean.
Yes, so we'll get ripped open even fucking more at the
Because
back.
this was the same thing on Henry's show. You can go back and watch Henry's shows, right? Those old shows when Savvy used to come on for the Spurs Corner. And he used to say this all the time. We just try it. We don't know. We just got to try it. I was like, I do know, right? Like the evidence is there. Do you not know who our defenders are? We cannot play in a back four. I said it then. It's obvious now. Every time we've switched to a back four, we've conceded. It's just dumb. Like why can't people have somewhat of a critical thinking capacity
Right,
and just
that's
figure it out.
I mean, I don't know if this is the right turn of phrase, but what Sav is saying is just fucking false logic.
Yeah. Fallacious. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's
Exactly. And Sava needs to know.
Fucking good.
Giza. Like, tell you something. Sava needs to also know that Conte is an expert in the game, and he sees those things. I mean, elite gaffer landed the minerals everywhere he is. Landed the minerals with you guys by getting top 4. He needs to also realize that.
Yeah, but he doesn't though.
Who do you think my line about 3 shit defenders to bring on 2 was from? It's Sava's words.
Like, that's what I'm saying, and I don't understand why everybody. Look, this is, you know what it is, dude. This is the thing. It's all of those eye test merchants, dude.
Eye test merchants. XGFC. Don't forget.
Anthony, my man. Let's just verify that you're wearing pants. There you go. Oh, right. I remember who Anthony is now. Anthony's wearing pants. Everybody in the comments, show your love for Anthony's in the house. Sorry about that, man.
What's going on? It's Tom Cruise. It's Tom Cruise.
Yeah. I'm an OG. I don't get the pants test.
But
Tom Cruise, mate.
Big up, Anthony. What were your thoughts on the game today? And
please don't stand up.
Well, actually, a couple things. Number one, I was really angry at myself because usually I would lump on the opposition and put 100 or 200 to win or draw and just make easy money. I call it the win. I call buying Tottenham a win because if I don't do that, then I definitely will, lose. So I have to suffer in some way. But looking at the game today, I couldn't believe how Bournemouth, how efficient they were. It seems like every team that we ever play, all of a sudden is Pep's Barcelona. The passes are crisp. The way that they move the ball is perfect. Their opportunities are just bang bang, nutmeg score. I thought we looked disjointed. And as I've said to Stell a bunch of times, and I'm not being hyperbolic. I think this club is at the biggest crisis it's ever been in the modern era.
I agree.
Everyone always says, "Oh, you weren't there for the '90s. You weren't there for the '90s." Yeah, I know I wasn't there for the '90s. That's not my fault. I can't help when I started liking Tottenham, which was 2003. But I can tell you that I have never ever seen it this bad. This isn't even. This is beyond description.
Michael, Anthony. So Anthony, can I just add one quick thing to what you're saying? The '90s was horrific on the eye. And it was horrific in terms of how bad some of the players were, right? This is not as bad as that. Where this is worse, in the 90s, we knew we were shit and we 100% backed them.
The expectation was lower,
Now, we feel so... We don't look at this club and think this is Tottenham Hotspur. We look at this club and think... We're just some kind of insurance policy for billionaires. There's a big disconnect this time. That's the difference. Just to add that in.
No, I totally agree. My son, who I've talked about a lot, because kids tend to say that the most honest, direct things, and it's beautiful. And he said to me,
why we shit?
He basically said watching Tottenham isn't how it used to be. He goes, it doesn't feel the same. Like nothing. Every goal you can't celebrate because someone was offside 5 minutes before the goal was scored. Everything, like every time something good happens, you get like you just have to sit there just totally passive. I sit there with they could score when Son scored that goal a couple weeks ago. I was just like sitting there watching it, like, oh, okay, no, I wasn't jumping out of my seat or anything. I can say that Stell was I'm obviously team Stell pretty hard, and I was still and I think he's starting to be proven right by the whole Conte of the fact that we when we played 4 at the back, we got opened up like a can of oysters. It was truly horrific. But I can say that this whole idea about the players not being good enough. I think what's incredible to me is the fact that they can't do basic stuff right. Like I'm talking, there was one play where Romero tried to pass it to Dyer, and he couldn't even get the ball high enough to go over the defenders, Bournemouth defender's head, who grabbed it, headed it down, and then someone, by our box, and then someone managed to, kick it away or whatever. But the point of it is like we're not getting basic soccer, normal stuff that like an American collegiate soccer player could pull off. Forgetting goals and stuff like that, and also the way we never shoot outside the box, and whenever another team does, it's always this like leaping fingertip save that goes over the bar by Lloris. It seems to happen every game. Whenever we do that, it doesn't even hit the net. Like there's not even. I don't care if it's straight at the keeper. It never even comes close. It literally always goes to the left, right, or above the net. Like we've lost the ability to even hit that box space. But getting into the nuts and bolts of the game and what I saw, I think watching Spurs is disgusting, and I absolutely we're in an existential crisis, the likes of which I honestly, and I'm trying not to be hyperbolic. I don't see any other way out except selling the club. I don't think that the people, Stell is always banging on about how the players don't have the ability. You can't turn Eric Dyer into a Pirlo. He'll never be that. You can't. It's already done. Its time has passed. You can't turn Levy into I forget the Paul Barber. You can't turn Levy into a Paul Barber. You can't have the management. The club they're not gonna all of a sudden become good or like finally figure it out. It's never.
Yeah, leopards don't change their spots, right?
They really don't. And the last thing that I want to say is, and I mean this well. It's really important and still too, like you guys don't get it, but this Tottenham really affects me, and the fact that I can come on and have a place to speak about what I've said. If I didn't have this, I don't know what I'd do. I have to talk this out because it's soccer isn't just watching some stupid sport. It's like Tottenham are my life in a lot of ways. I share it with my son. I think about it all week, and I'm watching the games now, and I felt disconnected before. In the AVB years, I felt very disconnected. I hated watching those games. It was very boring. I didn't like watching the Jose games either. But this is a new level of horror. And and there's just one final thing I need to. Will, thanks for answering my question yesterday because I was peppering you with like, how much do we make like per event? Like when Beyonce sells out the stadium, Tottenham makes X amount of £1 million, 500,000, 200,000. I literally have no idea. But where I believe we're the only club in the Prem that has a stadium that functions as a Wembley type. Like, when there's a big concert, when Rihanna comes, she plays at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Like, you don't see like, Beyonce is playing Anfield next week or something. Like, right? That doesn't happen. They're soccer only stadiums. But Tottenham does. Tottenham has this events stadium. So whenever people are factoring in like, we have to pay for Romero or Kulusevski's money's coming up, they never really talk about the fact that we have an income stream that no other team has, and no matter what it is, it's definitely in the millions, and it definitely affects the bottom line. And I always wonder why that's not mentioned. The final thing I'll say for my long rant is about the manager search and stuff. I'm completely out of touch. Like I almost don't care who we get. The only person that would anger me would be Brendan Rodgers. I would just be like, because that would be it would feel slimy to me. But every other person, I'm like, it just needs a change. I asked my son, I said, is there any player on Tottenham that you would truly be upset if they left? And he said Bentancur is the only one I can think of. Otherwise, everyone else basically he didn't use his words, but they can fuck off. Like, it doesn't really matter. He said Son, it looks like he's trying and he took responsibility. So he goes, maybe Sonny and Bentancur, and that's about it. I really feel like every other player and every coach and all that stuff, I agree. I think the whole thing needs to get blown up. And if I'm honest, is the final thing I'm going to say, I honestly hope we're out of Europe. I know it's a sick thing to root for losses, but I have a sneaky feeling we're going to get Conference League, which is like the ultimate worst possible. That's what I think is truly. I like mark my words on this stream, and I said this. I think that's what's going to happen. We're going to end up in the Conference League spot, which is like, because what you always have to ask yourself with Tottenham, what's the worst possible, most torturous outcome? Conference League, because it's Europe, but it's not. It's a joke cup, but it's a trophy we could win. It's kind of one of these things. So that's what I think. And in my opinion, I would rather, if it's that, I'd rather be out of it. If it's Europa League, I'm fine with that. I'd be cool. I was playing Europa League. But that's an amazing trophy to win. But I have a feeling that we're going to be in the Conference League. And like I said, just to bring it around full circle, I think this is the lowest our club has been in the 20 years that I've seen it. I think we are in real trouble.
I agree. Big up, man. Big up, Anthony. Thanks for coming on. I didn't know that was you, that, by the way, that asked that question on Henry's show the other day. So I got to learn your YouTube handle. So
the reason why it's Twan55, my friends just busted my balls because I speak French, and they used to call it Antoine is French, so they used
gotcha. Twan55.
So no one knows me as Anthony. They call me Twan. So anyway, that's it. That's why it's there. But yeah, Stell, Will. I come looking for you guys at night, and I pop on, and I'm like, if those guys weren't there, I don't know what I would do. You'd
have to watch a different channel.
I'd have to watch Matty Hayes, or I'd have to watch.
God.
You know what I mean?
Oh my word!
Like, yeah, which makes me
see, Stell. This is why we got to keep going for guys like Anthony. Stell. Right, Stell, you can't hang up the gloves just yet.
No, people say, like, when they make comments like, I don't want to hear about the drama or whatever. I'm like, no offense, dude, but fuck you. I do want to hear about it. Why? Because I want to know where Stell's coming from. Stell doesn't say things. He's not a god. He's just a coach who knows a lot about soccer. And so when he feels something passionately, he doesn't just say it to say it. So when he said something about Matty Hayes, I was like, huh. So Stell, I take him in his word, and I'm like, what is going on with that? Like, I have to do my own digging and investigating and see where he's coming from. Chris Cowan, people like that. When I first started, like watching YouTube as a Yank, YouTube Spurs guys, I didn't know the difference between a Cowan and a Henry Wright, and they all just seemed like Tottenham fans with different shows. But then I came to see who is taking the brown envelope, so to speak, allegedly, joke, metaphor, and who is truly into being a fan and supporting the club as the collective pre-Levy, not not Enoch. And I had no idea there was that divide. And
100%. And just for people, and I think too, as creators, right, you got to realize that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. Like, there's this whole off-air community as well, right, on WhatsApp and different things, Twitter and this and that. So there's a lot that goes on that sometimes I think we forget. It's almost kind of like an inside joke, but it's not a joke, where we forget that the rest of the world doesn't know what we know, right? If that makes sense. So sometimes we react in a way that some people don't get, right? Like when I put up that video, that short about Sean, right, and people were like, oh, Will, you're better than that, blah, blah. But they don't realize that in WhatsApp groups, he threatened 5 other creators, right? That he was going to find them in matches, right? And so it makes sense now. Like, okay, so he's threatened 5 other YouTubers that'll find him at mattress and kick their ass if they called him a prick.
Who's this?
Sean Butler.
Oh, yeah. Fuck off. He couldn't punch his way out of a wet paper bag.
Hey, I'm just saying. So it makes more sense now when Will calls him out and says, "I'll call you a prick to your face," right? It makes more sense.
Do you know what the issue is? Do you know what my issue is with Sean?
So let me I don't mean to interrupt that because it's about you, and then you can totally take him from here. I wanted to say this one more thing. It's directly about you, Stel. You came on and
You're a piece of shit, so.
When you had besides that was my first thing, but so we got that out of the way. But in all seriousness, Stel, there was one night. It was about 5 weeks ago, maybe it was 5 to 7 weeks ago, where I've never seen you so angry. And you were like, "I'm sick of these fuckers. I'll call them out right now. They can come.
I'm gonna call them out."
And you went off, and I was like, he doesn't do that without reason. Stel's not the type of person that's just gonna, like, if someone hurt his ego or someone said a mean word to him, he has to really, someone must have poked the bear really, really badly and many, many times, because he's a very forgiving, fair guy. And I was like, if he's that mad, something big is going on, and where he's not even like discussing it big time, but just knowing that, seeing your anger, Stel, made me go, wow, I wonder what, something bad must be happening.
Anthony, this is Sean Butler to a T, right? This is Sean Butler to a T. He'll say left, but he'll do right. He'll tell you you're right, but then he'll do left. Okay. Example. I'll give you 2 examples that come to my mind. 1, he sits there saying, be careful what you wish for. Better the devil you know. Do you really want Middle Eastern new owners where you've got to give up your morals and your values as a human, blah, 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 blah. And then a month later, he's on Al Jazeera TV talking about Tottenham. I'm like, motherfucker.
Wow.
You've just had a go at us for wanting new owners.
Qatari owners at that, by the way. Right? It was when QSI was interested in us. And then he goes on Qatari state-run.
Then you sell your morals and values to go on that channel, right? And here's the other one. Here's another one that comes to mind.
So funny.
He'll say, look at you Levy out fans. You call Levy a parasite. That's your lot. Your lot, as in we're bad because we use the word parasite. And then 10 minutes later, he's telling everyone, I'm going to come to the Spurs Stadium and fucking fight you all. Dude, it's the hypocrisy. It's the absolute hypocrisy of the guy. He doesn't. He has no opinion.
Yeah, did you watch my
or
short,
agenda
Jason?
With any substance behind it. There's no substance behind it.
He seems so posh to me. He doesn't
my
come off as a
experience,
fighter.
people that will do that don't tell you they're going to do it.
Exactly.
He's not doing. Listen, I've met him in real life. He's not doing a damn thing. He probably had too many beers that night and just got carried away in a chat.
Sure, but you know what though, Stel? You also said Matty Hayes and you also said Chris Callan. You named basically a type. You didn't just name people. You named a certain. What you woke me up to is the fact that not everything is as it seems. Not everyone, my wife is
Chris Callan is looked after by the club. He's looked after by the club.
Yeah, I didn't
he's
know
not going to dare go against that, right? So therefore,
I had no
he's not
idea
going to. He's not going to say what needs to be said or take the action needed, right? And the other one, who did you say? Chris Callan
and Ricky Sachs and
Matty Hayes.
Dude, they're all. It's a
Matty Hayes. Matty Hayes is the guy. I thought Matty Hayes was.
They are a cabal. They are a media cabal that the media have latched onto, and now they are positioned to feed to fans the narrative that somewhat protects the club, but will never tell fans to turn on the board and owners. It's almost like this hidden cabal, and I know it's true because
cabal.
What cabal? Because I know the biggest fan channel, the biggest Spurs fan channel, lost.
Kabul is a place in Afghanistan.
Sorry, they lost their biggest sponsor, and that sponsor was partnershiped with the club, and the club told the sponsor, we are going to cut you off unless you do something to that channel. So they took the sponsorship away from that channel. So when I see Last Word on Spurs sponsored by a company that is in partnership with Tottenham, I know how this works. So don't tell me you are not being controlled. It's impossible. I've seen how Tottenham manage these situations. So if Last Word on Spurs say, do you know what? We want Levy out. We want Enoch out. Get to the protest. Take action. Boycott. They're not going to do that. You'll never hear Ricky Sachs say that. You might hear crackers type tightrope walk on the lines of, I want the chairman gone, I want the board gone. That's great, but they're not going to go after the channel because he's a guest. He's not the host that runs it, and he hasn't said Enoch out, Levy out. So they're playing the game, and I read right between this. I've seen this, dude. I've been seeing this play out for 3-4 years, and they know I've clocked. They know that I've latched onto this, and I get what's going on. But what do you do?
But this is the short.
You can't fight everyone, because then you will get counseled.
Can you hear that?
Yeah,
Barely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A bit.
But anyway, this is the thing I was talking about.
I hear you're messaging people telling them that they wouldn't call you a prick to your face, and if they did, you would do something about it. Well, you're a prick. And why this isn't exactly to your face, it's as best as I can do from across the pond. But when I come to London, I'll call you a prick again. And I'd love to see what you're going to do about it. I'm not going to harm you physically. I'm just going to call you a prick. So what are you going to do? You're going to throw a punch? You're gonna
Exactly.
do something?
You're gonna land the minerals,
I'd love to
Will.
see you try. Really would. But
You're gonna have the
hey,
St.
have to
Louis
find out when I come
minerals.
to London. So,
Yeah, I think I was surprised about Matty Hayes. I was like, I just thought he was some goofy Irish kid that had like.
No, he wants to be in the fucking media so bad his balls ache.
I gotcha.
That's mate,
we got a guest to come onto the show tonight. He just left. What the hell?
Guitar music anyway. You know, it's not
Wait, is he back? He's coming back. Is he back? Turn your camera on.
Are you wearing?
There he is.
That's such a stereotypical.
We've got some mildly racist intros for people. We do. We've got mildly
Wait to hear
racist intros.
Dietrich Kane's one with bombs going off.
We've got. This is Bob. This is Bob Spur TV, right? And I can't remember which button it is. Is it this one?
Got that Tottenham away.
Right. So we got that, and then we got Dietrich's new one.
Iggy could be when the moon
This
hits
is a
your
new one.
eye. That's Italian.
Do you guys know the title of this song?
You hear the bombs going off. It's fucking outrageous, man. It's outrageous.
It's symbols. Allegedly, it's bombs.
Yeah, allegedly
Symbol.
bombs. They're symbols.
Do you
Symbols.
What's the music for Jason?
Jason, he's got the James Bond one.
Hey, that's racist.
That's racist too because he's English.
Nah,
right?
Jason's got to be like the Italian job. Like
No.
staff,
And then we've
reservations,
got all kinds of stuff here.
I'll be honest though, you're not wrong there. Still, that would be more fitting.
That would be more funny.
Yeah, it will be.
But Will,
I just hopped on for a while, right? Just tonight, actually, 5 p.m. UK time, I'll be doing Talk to K, right? Mr. K is back, right? Guys, hope you guys will be there. I'll be doing
God
a show with
help
Mr. K.
us.
He's
Mr.
been
K.
on a hiatus for the past 18 months. Hopefully, we can get some good insights from him about our lovely, lovely Tottenham Hotspur.
What is hiatus, man? What the hell is that?
Oh, he's been on leave.
He's been gone, yeah.
Yeah, it's the time you take off. You take
Sabbatical.
Sabbatical.
Yeah, you
Oh,
take-
yeah,
you
sabbatical, yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, let's
But guys, yeah, have a good show. Continue, right? Don't forget Spurs Vision TV, 5 p.m. UK time. Talk to K is back. Maybe for one show.
Absolutely.
And we don't just do it. I just got to make sure that we don't just do it for foreigners and people of color either. We're an equal opportunity. This is for the mountain man, Kieran from Virginia. So we have mildly racist I guess it's not really racist. It's more
Don't forget when
stereotypical.
people are
It's
driving.
more stereotypes, isn't it?
Yeah,
Racist.
stereotypical.
I think it's TJ or the other Don, maybe.
But most of them though are they've picked them themselves. So you can't blame me. Can't blame me.
I just want to say I did not pick my theme tune.
No, you did not.
I didn't pick mine either.
No, but we have Eugene's too.
Yeah, the driving one.
That's his other one.
That's the traffic jam in Malaysia.
Will, Will, man, mine should be about drill and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
About drill, you've got the bang bangs from the WoW.
Yeah. But guys, I got to make a move. I'm actually at work at the moment. I just took a break to join you guys. Stel, remember I told you the narrative in stoppage time.
Yeah, you did say it, man. You did say it. You
Don't go with
Every time we scored 2 goals in stoppage time. Imagine that.
It's almost it's almost like you read. It's almost like Eli read my mind.
Yeah.
Sounds Scottish coming up.
Nice.
I'm Scottish. I'm Scottish too.
Yeah, you're Scottish. Right. But guys, thanks for having me on. I'll catch you later. Right. And take care.
Take care,
Take
brother.
care, man.
Later.
Big up, Eugene.
Now I just started wondering what would be the most stereotypical music for Polish people.
I don't know. Let's find out. Let's see what I can find. You guys carry on with the chat. I'll see if I can find some stereotypical Polish music.
Listen, yeah, so, bro.
Just find some sort
Yeah,
of
find
tune
it,
where
man.
it basically goes
Find
kurwa,
it for
kurwa,
Mike,
kurwa,
man.
kurwa, or something like this.
Yeah.
until-
Or even Poznan.
we are-
Remember the Poznan, Mike? Man City do
I'm
that.
sure there's like a. I'm sure it'll be in there.
Guys, I think we need to go over the real
Some
basics,
polka.
and I really want to know from Stel, not who he wants. Who, if you have a gun to your head and you're gonna die unless you get the answer right, who's gonna be the next manager?
It's
Pochettino.
Yeah,
probably Poch.
I think he's gonna
All
come
right.
back.
I don't want this to happen.
We're not saying who you want or whatever. I'm just gun to your head. Who do you
Yes,
have?
who I think they're going to bring back Poch
Yeah.
because basically at the moment the fans are so stupid
Disenchanted,
that they're singing his name, right? So by singing his name, you're rather than just saying Levy out, Enoch out.
Yeah.
By singing Pochettino's name,
They're giving him a way out.
Yeah,
You're giving him way out, man.
right.
So he's going to leave. He's going to take it because he knows what else can Levy do to survive this.
He needs to appease the fans, and
He's
they're
gonna bring
telling
that
him right.
Yeah.
It's the only fucking play he's got.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta shoot because it's
Yeah, man. Big up,
5 a.m.
big up, Mike, man.
Get some
Mike, let me ask you something, yeah? Before you leave. What do you think of the Poznan? Is it Polish?
Why is it echoing?
Wait, give me a second.
That's bedtime music.
That's a bit Austrian. That's a bit
Yeah,
Austrian.
it's a bit German, Austrian. As close as I get.
Why
Why is
is
it
it
echoing?
echoing?
Oh, because I've got you plugged in. That's why.
Okay.
Okay.
I can't
Mike,
hear the
what do
echo,
think
but
of
you
the
guys can.
Poznan? In Poland. Is it Polish?
Yeah,
The thing Man City did.
it's a city in Poland, Poznań, and Lech Poznań, or Lech for in Polish pronunciation. It's like one of the biggest Polish clubs, and they basically started doing the whole turn your back to the stadium and jump up, and it's been called Poznań.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's a couple of clubs do it. City mainly, right? It's the most famous club probably that does it right
And,
now.
and also, Man City even do a thing of bananas as well.
But yeah, it's Poznań is a city in Poland, right? But yeah, okay, guys, I got to shoot because it's fucking 5 a.m.
Go to bed, Michael. We're gonna wrap this puppy up in a little bit too, because it's almost midnight for me. So,
so see ya, guys. Pleasure speaking.
Oh, man,
What's going on, man?
Lads, man.
Bye bye.
Listen, Will, yeah?
I just want to say my views are expressly my own. Nobody should try to punish Michael for my views because he came on the show. If you do, you're a wrong'un and an absolute knob.
The two-faced. That's a new word.
That happens, by the way. Somebody can come on a show, somebody else can say something, and then that person gets shit on in other segments, which is wrong, right? Just dumb.
You didn't defend me and all nonsense.
You didn't defend me. You're there.
I mean, Will, man.
I don't give a fuck.
What do you think of Dango Ouattara, mate? That geezer that scored the winner past year. Does he work in your team? If you deep
first
it.
goal of the season, and Solanke, that was Solanke's first away goal of the season. Everyone scores their first goals fucking against us.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, we make everyone
Tottenham.
look like the best football team you've ever seen. Like,
I thought you don't like the narrative.
I mean, Will, would you take Dango Ouattara at Spurs in your heart? Yes or no?
no.
No, what's he ever done?
That's not what we're aspiring to be.
He's a baller, man.
Let me rephrase that.
They
That's
went the
not
way of the
what
buffalo,
I-
my friend. Extinct.
That's
Were
not
there
what
ever
I want
any
us to aspire to be.
printouts?
Yeah, there was last year.
Yeah, well, last year.
ESL protests there was. I guess that might have been 2 years ago. I don't know.
Joe, they're not allowed to use the printouts because they've lost their sponsorship. So there's
Exactly.
because of that they can't speak.
Do you beef with Tottenham TV or something?
Every mate, it's
Anyway, we're working on a big
What it is.
sponsorship for this channel. It'll be coming up here this summer. Stay tuned. No teasers.
And know the sponsor. Is it like Betway or something?
No teasers, but Will's balls are cleanly shaven.
It's onlyfans.com.
Manscaped.
Or maybe Manscaped.
No,
bro.
not Manscaped.
Everyone's got Manscaped.
Let me guess. Creams Donuts. Let me guess. That could be a sponsor.
The Queen's Donuts?
No, Creams. Krispy Kremes. Those donuts.
Use Will Rants 365 to get 20% off your Manscaped products.
You know what? I'm actually going to diss Manscaped. So I bought one of those. I used the code because I was curious. So no, it's dog shit. So like I think I had the version 4. I think they came out with another version too. So let me tell you this Ponzi scheme of Manscaped, right? So it does, not only does the blade suck, like I had like a $30 Panasonic from Walmart that is a far better body hair trimmer than this one for Manscaped. Completely waterproof. I've had it for like 10 years, right? And it's worked just fine. I spent $99 on this Manscaped like lawnmower 4.0, like the nose hair trimmer. You know, you get some cool stuff. They got these like newspapers that have aliens and stuff on them, and like a little like, you know, like trimming, you know, robe or whatever that they give you that comes in this pack, and you get a pair of boxers. The only thing in that whole package that was worth anything was the boxers were decent, and the newspaper for cutting your ball hair or whatever hair you're cutting, and that little robe I used to cut my kids' hair. But
hold on, newspaper for cutting your ball hair.
yeah,
Explain.
I guess you're supposed to like do it outside of the shower and then just let it drop all over the floor and pick it up on a newspaper. I don't know, but but here's the kicker: spend $99 on that, and they automatically, right, get you into this $15 like a quarter refill thing, and they start sending you replacement blades and these ball wipes and you know all this other stuff. They have this spray that you spray on your balls. That's decent. But the lawnmower 4.0, it's supposed to be waterproof. Yeah, the crop duster. It's supposed to be waterproof. I used it like 3 times, you know, in the shower. It doesn't cut beard hair hardly at all. It does a decent job on like fine body hair, but if you've got coarse hair, it would not work for you. So like, you know, if you've got really thick coarse hair, it won't cut it. Then, not only that, the thing shit the bed on me. Doesn't work. Won't charge. It's a piece of crap. Don't do it. Biggest waste of $99 I ever spent in my life. I ever did in my life. And they still keep sending me this thing. You got to call them to cancel the dumb subscription.
Just as you said, it was a waste of $99. I was thinking to myself, that's probably what 62,000 people said today. After the game ended.
But they didn't do anything. Like, you think they'd boo, riot, Levy out, something.
Yeah.
Nothing.
You know what it was the
watch the
goal
end.
gave us the hope. And I told my son, I go, this is the perfect Levy ending. It's like he gets to escape because it feels happy. And I said, I actually want, I know you guys are going to hate me for this, but I don't care. I was like, I actually want him to lose. I want him to lose, and you this is really going to get me hate. I want Arsenal to win the league, and I'll tell you why. I know. Go ahead. You can hit me with pelters all you want. I'll tell you why. Because it's so in your face to Levy. It's such a middle finger to him that them lot down the road win, and that even more importantly that we don't make Europe. It's so embarrassing.
Yes, I do use all this stuff.
From it. You bought him out. In other words, if Arsenal don't win the league and City do, which is going to happen, we all know City's going to win it. But let's say, okay, so that's fine. So Levy escapes there. Arsenal didn't win it. They're second. Okay, they're in the Champions League. We're not, but that's not that big of a deal. And also, if Danjuma's goal was fine and it ended 2-2, it would feel like a plucky kind of like we got the point. We could have gone for almost got the 3. You know, we did good to come back, and there would be a little bit of a feel good factor. And I think it's just like a heroin addict or something like that. You got to bottom out. It's got to hit rock bottom in order for it. And I keep telling this to anybody. Will, this is a little bit, I think you'll remember this just from the American standpoint. Hicks and Gillette, when they owned Liverpool, their fans. People are always like, again, I don't mean to call Sava out, but he's always like, it's not going to do nothing. If you want to protest, go ahead. I'm not against it, but it's not going to do anything. Yes, it fucking will. It totally will. Once it gets loud and really obvious for the cameras and people are seeing that there's a lot of angry Spurs fans, it hurts your sponsorship, it hurts your image. And Levy's all about this image and this perfect clean, the lettering, the font, and Tottenham Hotspur, the stadium, everything. When fans are screaming and you hear the F word coming over the speakers that the TV can't drown out, sorry about that little colorful use of language that you've just heard and all this kind of stuff. And you see, well, there's some definite anti-Levy sentiment, today, whatever. And you hear them saying that, all of a sudden it can go south. Really, it starts to build a momentum. And I remember when Hicks and Gillette owned Liverpool, they didn't say, oh, Hicks and Gillette own us, there's nothing we can do, we can't, it's their club, they're making money. They were making money off of Liverpool. They had to sell because they freaked out. You remember with Man U. And I know the comeback to that is, well, our fans aren't Liverpool fans or Man U fans, so there's their more passionate fans. Yeah, that would be true to some extent, but I think that it's going to get so bad that it's going to have to be this concerted effort. There's one thing that is the biggest thing, and I keep talking about this, you guys have got to somehow, some way figure out, even if it's a few thousand of you, but leaving the stadium at I would say 24th minute. Why 24th? Because Levy's owned us for 24 years, or Enoch or whatever. Do something like that. And
they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it, Anthony.
I know they won't, but make the exit with flares, with like something like, oh, look at that section of the fan base. They're all leaving with 22 minutes into the first half. Like they're making a statement, something like that gets.
Do you know, Anthony? Do you know?
Hold on for a second. So first of all, Elias, if somebody's saying racist things with profanity, you don't want me to put it up on screen. Just call them out and then I'll time them out. So tell us what he said in English, and then I'll kick him out of the stream.
Saying that these white people are talking nonsense about with a profanity, which is not nice, first of all. So please block him. And I want to address this. All these white people that you are saying, they're all my friends, actually. They can say whatever they want. And they are just bantering to a certain extent, even if they are doing something. And they are my friends. I would decide what I'd say to them, not you telling me what I should be telling them. Okay? So please stop this nonsense right there.
There you go. And why my camera's frozen?
It's fucking social media is ridiculous sometimes.
Anthony, you were saying it won't happen.
Well, no, what I was going to say is, you see, Sav is a massive flip-flop. He's been banging on about Enoch out, Levy out, Enoch out for so long, and now he's just completely swung to just Enoch, Levy change because they're not going anywhere. Well, why did you lose all your beliefs and your values on what you thought? You know,
Like,
how are
Thomas
you
just
so
disappeared,
tragically
too.
wrong?
What happened to this big group he was trying to fucking form?
Well, this is what I'm going to come on to, right? So
okay.
he says it won't work. You haven't tried. This is always my answer to people. You haven't tried. You're dismissing an outcome before trying the method presented to you. And to say protesting doesn't work, remind me how we stopped the ESL.
Yeah, good point.
Who stopped the ESL?
Yeah,
Fans
The
did
fans.
in protest. And listen, I was that guy that I said I didn't think that marching in the streets would do anything against that big of a force. That's far bigger of a force than one owner at a club. And look what happened.
Remind me what happened at the end of Alan Sugar's tenure.
You hounded him out. He was
Right.
a wrong'un.
Right. What happened? Just
And
in
Derby
case
Scholar.
nobody else fucking knows.
And Derby
What
Scholar.
happened? Right. What happened?
I know, we handled it.
You know what's funny? Yesterday on Terrace, I think I was the only person who actually talked about this ownership issue. And there was there were a few other fans, like Arsenal fans, and I think there was one Chelsea fan. They were the only people who were talking about, yes, you guys need to protest. None of the Spurs fans actually said that we should be saying Levy out and protest. All of them were like, oh no, we need to get Poch back. It's such an embarrassment, really.
Exactly, they're wrong.
Listen,
Like-
you can get Poch back all you like, but if you keep the same owners who use the same fucking policies and buy the same useless fucking players, it ain't getting any better.
It ain't getting better, bro. It's like having a Fiat and a Ferrari, mate. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, Terry only wants puppets of
He
Spurs.
wants
on the show.
minions. He wants yes men.
You will never see fans on that show who support Spurs like me and others like me. There are others who will lay it down to Terry, and Terry won't be able to argue it. He wouldn't dare have fans like us. He either wants fans that agree with him or fans that are going to have a massive fight in front of him for viewers. Like for me, that channel is a shit show. But people like that, like Celebrity Island, Celebrity Jungle, Love Island, all these things.
Love Island. Oh fuck no,
No,
man.
but you might not like it. I might not like it.
Oak Island.
But people,
EastEnders.
Oak Island.
Don't forget EastEnders stuff.
All of that shit. People love that car crash business. They love car crash TV. And that's what Football Terrace is. It's car crash TV.
It's about drama and clickbait.
Really dramatized headlines. Tottenham Hotspur going bankrupt. And we're not even going bankrupt. It'll be like some crazy, outrageous headline. So people are like, yeah, click on that. And you know what, though? It's successful.
This is all they do.
It's all they do, man.
The channel has grown, though. The channel has grown. If you
can't
look at
knock
Arsenal
them.
Fan TV, how did Arsenal Fan TV grow? Three
With
or
the
four
chipsters and the
popular-
DTs.
some popular personalities appeared out of nowhere, and they were just going fucking crazy every week. And people were like, yeah,
Exaggeration.
car crash, yeah. So this is where we're at, people. This is where we're at as fan groups across all football clubs. This is where we're at. So if you want to go on that channel as a serious Spurs fan, forget it.
Exactly. Like no tapped, bro. Terry, what he does, he's wishy-washy. He's also a flip-flop. You know what I mean? He claims to be like neutral and stuff like that. And this time, yeah. All in all, like something, he's very clickbaity, man. You know what I mean? It's about, for him, it's all about the brown envelopes and
It's
having
drama.
fun.
It's about the drama. Like we want drama. Like drama. That's why you've got the Big Six. The Big Six show crushes his top six channel. Absolutely crushes him.
With Turkish, they actually talk football and make sense. There's no echo chamber. You know what I mean?
Listen, Anthony, to answer your question, there's a lot of flip-flops when it comes to Enoch out and Levy out. There's a lot of people that say they're going to come to the protest who never turn up. And there's a lot of people, especially on social media, that will say, I've backed this man, I've defended him, but now I've had enough. I want him out. But they will do nothing about it. Nothing about it. So we talk a lot. We talk a great game. but we don't walk the walk, and that's the truth.
Exactly.
Anthony. Our fan base does not walk the walk. That's the truth.
We don't have a powerful fan base. We have and I wonder, sometimes
such a better fan base, man. Anthony,
That's our fan base right there. A bunch of babies.
Yeah,
sorry,
exactly.
Dildo.
A bunch of
Dildo. Sorry, Dildo. Sorry to interrupt you. Dildo. You say that Terry Flowers is a legend. He makes lots of people insecure. He's the guy that had a hair transplant because he's insecure of his looks. Who's the one that's insecure, man? Have I had a hair transplant? Has Will? No. Has he? Yeah. That's insecurity, my man. That's insecurity. I think Dildo needs to be called Vibrator. I agree. Let's rebrand him. Vibrator.
He's laughing emoji after that. He's being sarcastic, right? So,
okay,
and look, if you want to get a hair transplant because you like to be, I don't know, pick up ladies or whatever, but
he's got a lady.
You should, if you're bald or you're balding, you shouldn't be ashamed of that, right? Like, but hey, some people have weak mentalities and they need that stuff, So, look, I don't care if you get a hair transplant, but I know how big my dick is, so I don't need to get a hair transplant.
How big is it?
Big enough to not need a hair transplant.
In centimeters.
Yeah, man.
25.
I mean, man. To describe your fans, they're beta males, innit? They're betas. You don't have enough alphas in your fan base. You need more Andrew Tates that will speak the truth.
It's the same thing with Arsenal, though. It's the same thing with Arsenal. Arsenal, and I talked about this before. My best friend's Arsenal, and the anger that Robbie got, and the fact that the fans would be surrounding him, and there was so much palpable hatred and so much fury that the crankies turn, they turn it around, and I just feel like this idea that fans can't do anything because our club is a cash cow is so impotent. It's really giving in. And another thing that rubs me the wrong way are all these people praying that Spurs fans saying Kane has to leave. He needs to win trophies. It's like, he's a Spurs player. Why does he have to leave? I don't believe he has to leave. He's a Tottenham guy. I'm not rooting for Harry Kane. I'm rooting for Tottenham, and he can help Tottenham. And so, I want him to stay. Like for him, but it always mystifies me. And people are like, he needs to leave now. Do you want him to go? Do you want to drive to the airport to Manchester?
That makes sense, man. Too wishy-washy again.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's such a strange fan base. I can tell you this: the gut feeling that I have is that it's going to be Brendan Rodgers, and because I think
I hope so. The memeness, the meme.
I agree. Yeah.
No, I want it to happen just simply because I want to watch all of those guys just on stream.
Yeah, I keep crying. I want to grab Brendan out.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be getting my donuts ready. You know what I mean?
But he's like an offensive Sam Allardyce. You know what you're getting. He'll steady the ship. He's got a big enough name that he'll be able to get a tune out of some of the players. Play decent. It'd be horrible. I would absolutely
exactly, bro. It will be attacking. He'll be an attacking merchant. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He'll play. He's like Kevin Keegan.
Yeah.
You score 3, we score 4.
Yeah.
Remember that stuff?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Aussie Adidas was like that.
I was gonna say that's more like the Aussie.
Pretty bad. It went pretty bad in the end.
It did.
It always does. But does anyone like Arnie Slot? Does anyone think that Levy's really going to do that? I don't think.
I would love Arnie Slot.
So would I. I would love
him
him to death. I'd carry him to Tottenham with what he did at Feyenoord. I'm actually I have Dutch family, and I
do you think Levy's that forward thinking?
Exactly.
No,
Thank you. You think
he'll go for the safe bet? He'll go for the safe bet. He's been burnt with Mourinho. He's been burnt with Conte. The next manager will be it'll be a safety move.
Yeah,
it'll be a safety move.
Safety first.
Poch.
Poch, yeah,
exactly. It'll be
Poch or maybe.
But I don't think Poch is going to want to come though. I think the surprise will be that Poch turns.
I mean, you could get Stephen Kerr as manager.
Come out and said no, thank. Like literally did an interview and was like, nope, don't want the job. I would fucking love that.
I mean, Jason, let me give you a good shout. You could get Darren Anderton as your manager, man. You know, he's got the minerals, man. Spurs DNA.
Well, he could help run the medical department. He had enough practice there.
Oh my god!
Dude, he played for Spurs in the 90s and 2000s. He was injured prone.
Fuck
he played in the Hummel kit days.
If we give Eric Dyer, Dan Juma, long legs, if we start giving these players new contracts before the new manager comes in, new manager's doomed already.
How do they give Dyer? I'm not even kidding you though. Like let's be serious for a second. Like
because he's cheap.
Aside,
he's cheap.
But I understand that.
No
yes,
wages.
man.
But no businessman can think like that. They know that cheap.
He's an England international, Anthony. That's what you're going to get told.
He's Levy's cocksucker.
Oh my god. Still, I'll never forget you saying.
Okay, but how did that work out for our other home? Well, not that he's homegrown, but what about our other England internationals? Apart from Kane, how did it work out for all of them?
For Winks, Deli.
Fucking wonderful, didn't it?
Yeah, man. Harry Winks, man. Free Harry Winks, man. I feel like he gets treated badly, man.
Harry Winks is coming back in summer, by the way.
And them, and like of the youth teams, and them going. And still going, guys, I got this on Inside Info. Still, I remember, I'm like a stalker. I remember everything you say. I don't know why, it just resonates. And I remember you saying that the people at the club said, Still, no one around here can believe that Eric Dyer is the starting center back.
They can't believe there is a centre back at Tottenham who plays in the first team who doesn't make a fucking tackle.
Yeah.
That's what they said. All the coaches said they can't believe he's actually a starter at Tottenham. But oh my
and then
God,
Davinson Sanchez coming on. I mean, but these kind of things, like when Levy does them, and it's cheap. Like, okay, I understand it from that perspective, but the hatred and the anger that like he can't be that dumb. He has to know that the fans don't like Dyer. They don't sing his name. They don't clap him off the field. He makes
Anthony, you see, you're looking at this with the wrong lens.
Doesn't make sense.
Daniel Levy looks at two things. Number one, what's it going to cost him to keep Dyer? Tick. Number two, the fans can say whatever they want. You are selling out my stadium. Clearly, you're not really that bothered, are you? No.
Yep.
And that's how he will look at it. And you know what? He will be right, because if Eric Dyer signs a new 3-year contract, how many people do you think won't turn up to the stadium? They'll all turn up.
But they won't be able to turn up for Champions League games because we won't be in them because of Dyer.
Got to interrupt you guys for a second. The man himself has come in to mud the wrongins. Dietrich's
I heard the bomb.
There you go, Dietrich.
All right, mate. How's it going?
There you go.
Did he lose?
I don't know what happened.
He's back.
You probably heard the
mate.
music and split.
How's everyone doing?
Well,
Good,
you know.
Dietrich.
Good, how are you?
This is for dick chicks, man. Ramadan Mubarak, man. Ramadan Mubarak, Mopoto.
Merci.
God.
Just don't kill us, man. Just don't kill us.
As if life these days isn't bad enough, we have Spurs just torturing us. It's like it's unbelievable. My God.
No, Anthony, like we wake up so early to watch the games, but every time we get disappointed.
Yeah.
Every fucking time.
But, no, my kids troll me. So like all of my kids roughly support Tottenham because I do, right? But every time we lose, they're like, why do you guys lose? So they always spit in the third person, you. Like, why do you guys lose so bad? And it's like my 11-year-old had a game today, so at the exact same time as the Spurs game. So I was watching, I had it in my ear more than I was watching it the first half. I watched it again like I always do, unfortunately. But then he says, I support Arsenal. I was like, the hell you do? And he laughed. That's what they always like to troll
Remember,
me with.
guys, I said in the past, Kulu's a flop. No one listened. I was right. He's shit.
No, he's not a flop. He's just not on it. You can tell he's not on it.
If you had 1 year and you were good for only not half a year, you're shit in my eyes.
Yeah, but something's happened because he was good in the first like 3 or 4 weeks of the season too this year, right? But then he got injured, and after his injury,
one game.
No, he had like 5 assists and 2 goals, I think, in the first 4 or 5 games of the season, right? So
I think even against Forest, remember his Trivella Ronaldinho-esque pass to Harry Kane assist against Forest.
No, you forgot that we had to drop him off and put Richie on the right because he was that shit.
That did happen.
yeah, but that was after he came back from his injury, though.
No, even before.
Yeah.
I remember
that Richarlison misheader from 6 yards today.
Oh my
is
God!
Not, he's not a 65 million pound
Talk
player.
about a
That
sliding
was
doors
shocking.
moment.
That
Talk
was
about a
shocking.
sliding doors
That was
moment.
horrible.
That was shocking. My
And then
God.
I heard from every fucking Brazilian, oh, Richarlison's better than Jesus. Oh, Richie's gonna do this. This guy, except doing the pigeon dance and shit on every car he sees, he is the worst motherfucking player.
But he does play better than Jesus for Brazil. That's the weird part. He's another Lo Celso.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy
National
shit.
team, he's a superstar. Yeah,
I mean,
it's
Imagine
unbelievable.
with that money we got and bought Ivan Toney for 60 mil. Just
Ivan Toney,
or
man.
Mitrovic.
We'd be top 4 would be locked down. I don't think we'd be top of the table. We'd be top 3 easy.
Ollie Watkins, he's having a good season.
Even Ollie Watkins. But the problem is that they want to be second fiddle to Harry Kane because it's all
Yeah,
about
but
Kane.
Harry Kane's going to be leaving, so you won't have to worry about second fiddle because the chair will be open in either this summer or a year. So I think Richarlison was bought because number 9s are hard to find, and he is a true 9. And with Kane off the team, which
He's
he
not a
will
true
be within
9.
a year,
If Richarlison is Kane's replacement, we are so heading for
I
mid-table.
completely agree. I
We are
don't
so
think-
You're in the mud,
I
bro.
think that's
You're in the
the-
woods, mate.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
ask you a
the
question,
outlook.
Will. You're the stat man. If we remove Kane and Son's goals, let's say, where would Spurs be?
What does it have to do with stats? By the
Like
way?
you mean like wins wise?
Like wins in general, like
we would probably be. I mean, I think there's only 2
We'd
games
be
this
in
season.
relegation form.
I think there's only 2 games this season where they haven't. Neither of them have scored, and somebody else has. I think
So let's say we'd be.
Højbjerg has
like
5. Bentancur has like 4 or 5. Porro has 1. Emerson has 2. Perisic has 1. I think Eric Dyer has 1 or 2.
Exactly.
Imagine we bought a 60 million player and he can't even fucking score.
I know.
Exactly. 0 goals.
And even Kulusevski and Perisic, they don't even contribute with goals. So how the fuck would we make? Would we at least like finish 12, not 10?
Yeah, but Dietrich, you see, when some of us were arguing that Kane and Son both need to start, regardless of performance, because they're the only ones who scored. Now everyone's
always
saying,
said
well,
that.
actually, Richie doesn't score, does he?
Oh, yeah. Where's Dan
actually,
THC at
Kulusevski's
today?
not
He's
playing
hiding. He's in hiding after Richarlison's performance today. I think.
He's in the woods, mate. You know what I
He's
mean?
taking a break. He has some
Dan's in the
tournament
forest.
Yeah,
going on.
look at Grumpy Grandpa's comments.
Stat for Dietrich.
There you go.
Look at
22
that.
points.
22 points.
Do you know what? Let me tell you something. Alex Box Office, if you don't know, get to know. He said, if we lose Kane, we will be in a relegation fight. He actually said that.
He says a lot of things. You know, even a busted clock's right twice a day. So.
Yep. He
I know,
also
but-
said Erling Haaland is bang average.
But he also said Spurs wouldn't get top 4 this year. We're bang average. Like he was. I mean, and if
Yeah,
you
but he
look at
said that
Spurs
after
right
week
now-
1, right?
Well, yeah, but look at us. We are bang average at the moment, aren't we?
Yeah, but we weren't in week 1. We had the
lost to
best start.
Bournemouth.
Hold on, we had the best start to the season point wise that we've had in like 30 years, right?
We couldn't beat Everton, who are in a relegation fight. We couldn't beat Southampton, who are in a relegation fight. And Bournemouth come to our ground, who are in a relegation fight, and we fucking lost.
By the way,
And we lost
By the way,
against
We've got
Leicester.
Aston Villa, Newcastle, and Liverpool away.
Isn't this the
coming
way?
up.
Isn't
We're
this the
gonna
way?
get
Hold on.
arse
But isn't this the way
We're
that our
gonna
team
get
does?
arse
This is
fucked.
what we do. We lose to the bottom of the table sides, and that's why I said at the beginning of the season, if
We're not
we
gonna
can
beat
fix it,
Liverpool away, Will.
I'm telling you, this is what we do.
We've never
We will
win
beat.
away there.
We will beat either Man United at home or we'll beat Liverpool away. One of those two games, we're gonna
Okay,
win.
maybe Man United because they've got injuries, but Newcastle away, we're not going to beat them. They've got one of the best home records in the league. And Aston Villa right now, Aston Villa going to fucking tear us to pieces.
We'll lose to Aston Villa.
cooking, man.
We'll lose to Aston Villa.
Villa
We'll draw
cooking.
to Newcastle, and we're going to beat either Liverpool or Manchester United. Not because we're good, but because that's what we do.
Yeah, but if we
Yeah,
beat one of
exactly.
them, that's not good enough. That's one win in four.
Yeah,
That's
but-
not good enough. We just
but-
lost to
but Will,
Bournemouth. We need
you
to win the next three minimum.
But
but
Will,
we're
you
not.
say that, but we
And
lost
Crystal
Longley and we
Palace,
lost.
they're on form
and-
now. Crystal
we
Palace
lost-
are going to come to our ground. They're better than Bournemouth.
Exactly, and you lost twice to Arsenal this season.
We lost against No, we lost.
Yeah, but
Benfica
Arsenal's top of the
Longley.
league. That's not a bad thing to, Arsenal top of the league. Everyone's losing to fucking
Is-
Arsenal.
Isn't like beating Arsenal like a thing for Spurs?
It's a thing for you as well, man. What are you talking about?
guys, you know what I don't
I feel
understand?
like it's more for you
The
guys.
first game you look for is Tottenham away.
Yeah, it's true, but
Listen
It's
to
true.
the Tottenham Way intro. Listen to the Tottenham Way intro. The first game we looked for, Robbie. Tottenham away. Come
no
on.
way.
Listen,
I mean,
the-
fair enough, but I mean, for me, like Spurs fans, like they're only happy if we're behind you.
No.
Oh, no,
Same for you.
Minerals. No, wait, wait.
Tottenham away.
He's got a point. Hey
No,
guys,
Minerals.
can I say one thing that really chapped my hide when we shouldn't have beaten Brighton, and I totally agree, and we got all those calls. But how come no one was saying a fucking word when we had that penalty called against Southampton that wasn't a penalty that
Sure.
literally made us drop 2 points there? That was a clear error where everyone was saying there's no way that's a pen, and then it was given. It's like every time something happens to us, which happens all the time, where we get robbed, and everyone just mentions it and then it's done. But when one time, and I admit it, we shouldn't have gotten anything from the Brighton game. I totally admit that. But we've had so many go against us that I was actually like, well, that evens it out. It doesn't even it out. If someone kept a ledger on how many goals of ours,
Because the media hates us, Anthony.
Yeah, they
really
change
do.
rules after we get
Hey.
screwed. They
Exactly,
literally
exactly,
change
exactly,
rules the day after we get screwed.
Media hates us.
Exactly. My son
They've always
said the
hated
same
us.
thing. They make the rules after Tottenham set the standard, and then they go, okay, we can't let that happen again. Now that happened to those guys, like making top four, and then them saying, now you can make the Champions League if you make top four, even if if the team that wins it is out of the top four. I'll never forget the Tottenham rule. It's like it's unbelievable. But people were going off like we had committed high crimes and misdemeanors. I'm like, do you know how many times I've seen Tottenham even this year get penalties or non-penalties or whatever where VAR looked at it and we don't get it and no one says a word, and all of a sudden for a week on TalkSport all they're talking about is how Brighton got it PGMOL, got to apologize to them. It's like all I'm hearing as if it's like, the Brighton's the only team that's ever happened to. Tottenham have that stuff happen on a weekly basis. It's just that was one game. It's
Anthony,
the hypocrisy
did
drives
you
me
hear
crazy.
Did you hear the commentators for the Brighton game in the US commentators?
Yeah, they were
The way
saying,
he was
that's
forcing a goal, bro.
absolutely not a goal. He goes, that will be called back. Yeah, you called that one quick, Jim.
Yeah,
You saw that all the
exactly.
way. I mean, there's no
But
way
Spurs-
that's a penalty. My son and I were watching that, and I said, did you hear what he just said? He said, there's no way. That's clearly coming back. Everybody knows that. And all of a sudden, the guy goes, penalty, and I'm looking at my son, and I'm like, the announcers who hate Tottenham just said, there's no way that's a pen. That one's clearly getting called back. And it doesn't. And no one says a thing. That's not PGMOL. Why didn't they apologize to us for that? That was a completely blown call. No apologies, no nothing. It's just like, Tottenham blow it again, 3-3. There you go. We win that game. It's all these sliding doors moments. Richie heads that in. We win that game. You know what I mean? It's like everything this season with the deaths of these people of Conte's friend and our strength coach and whatever, and all of these like weird. It's like we've been cursed this season more than, and we're already a cursed club, but it's like we've been cursed this season more than ever. But I'm like rooting for I'm sorry, but I'm at the point where I'm rooting for the whole thing to blow up. I hope we finish 9th. I hope we finish out of Europe and Levy has to just take. I hope it just like completely disappears. I'm sorry.
We need Kane to leave, man. We need Kane to leave.
I agree.
I hope.
I'm sorry, but I do.
I hope we do it the Arab way.
Where's your goat, Dietrich?
He's here. He's outside, like he's in the grass. He's having a good time.
Dietrich's got it covered. Dietrich's got it covered with his goat.
Gonna turn the goat.
Why are you having a goat?
It's an inside joke. Like I said, everybody thinks that we're like horrible people, but these were all inside jokes. All right.
Well, there's a good question there from G Chain. By the way, I'll big up Girish. He's my. I went to university with Girish. He's an Arsenal fan. Do you want?
No.
For me, the answer is yes.
Yes.
Because, no.
Yeah, I'd sign him.
I would.
Why not?
He has been terrible of late, I will say, but I still think he's sign him.
I don't think he's been terrible. He's just been like not as good as he was last year.
As much as
but
people
not even
wanted
close, not even near, like not even one
better than Richarlison or Danjuma, though.
Look, okay, let me ask you, would you guys, if you had the choice between Kvaratskhelia or Kulusevski, who would you sign?
Kulusevski.
No,
Kvaratskhelia. But you see,
Kvaratskhelia.
Kvaratskhelia plays in a Napoli team that's full of quality players.
I thought
right?
he said
There's some good fucking players in that team.
Yeah, but my point is that there's so many good players on a cheap that can do a better job than
everyone's good until they come to Tottenham. They come to Tottenham, they change.
Yeah, they go garbage. We ruin players.
And all of a sudden,
Porro was a good player at Sporting Lisbon.
Right.
He ripped us a new one in the Champions League twice.
Yeah.
Comes to Tottenham, he can't defend, he can't fucking cross, he can't shoot.
No, he can cross. There's nobody making runs. I don't think Porro was that bad today. Like people, this is what our fan base does.
Defensively, he was bad.
A guy makes a mistake, gives the ball away, leads to a goal, and then he's just been his whole entire game. But he was working down and playing balls.
Well. He was
but he's not a defender. He's a wingback.
He was trying to cover for Sanchez.
Right, but he's not a defender. It's not his role. So you can't judge him based on something he's not supposed to be good at. Perisic isn't good at defending either.
You need to defend a bit as a wingback. You need to defend a bit.
Depends on the system. It depends on the manager. It depends on the quality of your back line. If you're playing a really attacking 3-4-3, you shouldn't be defending at all. No more defending than like your attacking mids and your striker do.
I have a good question. Who's the worst defender, Pro or what's his name? The guy from Liverpool. What's his name? Fuck. The right guy.
Trent Alexander-Arnold. They're about the same.
Yeah. No, who would you say is the worst?
Trent, man. That guy gets done like a keeper, man.
No, I think
they're about the same.
Trent at times.
In fact, Pedro Porro would do really good in that Liverpool system right now. That's what I'm saying. Like it's all about what role you're playing, and if you're playing the thing that you're good at. The problem is at Tottenham is we buy players and then put them into roles that they're not good at.
Because you see, there's one thing I don't understand with.
Yeah, but he lost possession of the ball in an area where he shouldn't be losing the ball.
He got dispossessed. See, it happens. You go on the dribble. He was trying to be aggressive. You get dispossessed. Everybody gets dispossessed.
No, Will. He was surrounded by 3 players, and then he cut inside. Just lay it off out wide. The danger's averted. Like it's just.
Yeah.
It was. Watching him on the ball, I'm like, where are you going? Where are you actually fucking going, man? You're trying too hard
to go with the ball. Yeah.
And there's one thing, Asport, do you remember this guy used to run and cross the ball like super aggressively. Now he's doing like this same shit every time.
Because nobody makes runs. That's why.
Yeah,
you can't be aggressive.
Porro was really good against Southampton. He scored a really good goal as well. He was really effective. As soon as we took Porro off, we actually began to have a few problems at Southampton. But that's the only game I've watched, and I thought, yeah, that's the player that we spent 40-odd million on. Since then, I've been a bit, but I'm not gonna judge him on this season.
The weird thing is, we've got another player sitting in the docket to do the exact same thing. We've got Udogie coming next year. Drive through bar Udogie.
He's a left-sided Porro.
Yeah, but he's
a bit better defensive, but
he's another Hugo Lloris, man. He's a fucking alcoholic, drink driving, another fucking.
Exactly.
Is that
man.
confirmed?
Hugo Lloris nephews, man.
Is it confirmed?
No, it's not.
I'm making assumptions.
I mean,
I think he was watching too many only homies girls on his phone while he was driving. That's what I think.
It doesn't
but you know
matter,
what,
though.
do you know
Where's he
what
gonna
worries
fit?
me? Yeah,
He's not a left back. He's a left wing back. We're not going to play in the 3 next year. No manager that we're going to get is going to play 3 at the back. So where is a left wing back that plays as a winger who can sometimes get back and defend? Where is his position? Where's Poro? These are pots.
This is
sorry.
But Anthony,
a disaster.
Anthony, but we don't know. Who knows whether we might get a manager who might play 3 at the back, and also
we will. As long as Paratici's here, we will.
He's not gonna be here. He's going to lose his appeal.
Nagelsmann.
But your Paratici want to be. Can I say another thing about this Udoji guy? Right, you see Udoji. Everyone is hyping him up too much, man. We haven't seen him in the Premier League yet. I think we need to just chill with this Udoji hype. We always do this. We hype players. They come, they're like, I thought he was meant to be fucking good. I think,
I'll be honest.
We just need to. I know he might be having some good games and maybe a good season in Italy, but you know what? A lot of players have good seasons in other leagues, and they come here, and it doesn't work out. So I think we just need to just chill with Udoji. You know,
so 2 of my friends, one is a Florentino, the other one is a Juve fan. They all said this guy's gonna do well in the Prem. He's made for the Prem, not the.
Dude, I've seen so many players come from the Italian league to England and flop. So many.
Like
so many.
But guys, we're gonna wrap it up here pretty quick.
And then Crespo flopped at Chelsea.
He was half the player he was in Italy.
No, it's the press tag. He was decent at Man U. He was decent. He wasn't that great.
Bro, not like
okay, his first run, yes, he was decent, but his second batch, he was poor.
Hernan Crespo, Andrei Shevchenko.
Shevchenko as well, poor.
They didn't do it, man.
Yeah, but not too many flopped.
Name the Italian players that came here and did well from Italy.
Di Canio.
Jorginho did well.
Jorginho did well at Chelsea.
Okay, yeah.
1 year, 1, 2 year.
Who else? Not a
Ravanelli.
Point taken. It's not a big feeder league for the Prem. It is the Bundesliga. I think has a lot more success bringing players over than Serie A for whatever reason. You know, it does.
I think France has got the worst record.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
France is worse. And Ndombele.
Oh, that's because they're trying to pluck young kids that look exciting, and I just think that I think we just need to.
It's time to go.
Ciao, Claude, man. It's time to go.
That's right. Big up, Claude.
Salah.
Mohamed Salah. Yeah. But let's go around the horn and tell people where you're going to be next, where they can find you, where they can do all that other stuff. Let's go with Odor Stelios. Where can people find you?
In prison.
In prison.
What you did.
Right here on Tottenham Away. This is you are watching Tottenham Away if you didn't know.
Tomorrow you will not find me because it's Greek Easter and I'm going to be eating and drinking and family time. But Monday, thank you very much, man. It's actually Orthodox Easter. It's actually Orthodox Easter.
Nice.
But Monday, Tottenham Away, 8:30 p.m. UK time. I'll be there.
Sounds good.
Don't forget to eat your Greek yogurt.
Your Greek yogurt.
Yeah, and it won't be halal yogurt either.
It doesn't come from Dietrich's goat.
I mean, still, man. Don't forget the minerals donuts. You know what I mean?
Mineral. That sounds gross. Minerals donuts.
Yes, me too.
Which are Krispy Kremes?
We just get loads of different meat and we cook it on charcoal and it's like rotisserie. It rotates and it cooks for like anything from 45 minutes to 3 hours depending what we're cooking. We do beef, we do chicken, we do pig.
That sounds boring though.
We do goat, we do lamb, we do fucking if it walks, we cook it.
Everything, man.
If it's not American
barbecue, man.
Then you should cook in Dombley because he walked off the pitch in the League Cup game. So you should cook him.
We'll cook him Dombele. We'll cook him. We'll cook him. We'll cook him. We'll cook
Dombele.
Harry Winks. We'll
Or
cook
even Eric
Simon.
Dyer. Eric Dyer. Will you cook him?
Listen, let me
Exactly.
tell
We have a
you,
lot of
right?
walkers on our team.
Someone in the comments saying they don't like the smell of goat. Let me tell you,
You need to know how to cook it.
goat meat
Oh, it's
is
delicious.
fucking amazing when it's done properly, man.
Best.
Goat meat is
Barbacoa.
wow, especially in a curry. Especially in
Yeah.
a goat curry. Curry goat is bad boy. Curry
Oh,
goat.
Kerry.
We don't do curried goat. We don't do curried goat, but
Testify, my brother.
there's other cultures doing it's fucking banging.
It's insane. They do
It's
it.
fucking bang, man.
So nice, man. Curried goat is.
I can cook
I
a
mean,
for you guys.
I mean, still, man. Like, it's not. It might not be as good as jerk chicken, yeah. The one that's near Portobello Market, man.
True.
Minerals. Across the road from the stadium, you got all the shops and all the places people.
I know that. And even that's
There's one
Ghanaian
place-
bakery.
There's one place on the corner called something Eagles. I forgot. It's called Eagles. You go in, it's a bar, but at the back there's a kitchen, and it's these two Jamaican ladies, and they just cook Jamaican food, and they do a goat, a curried goat with the rice and peas. I'm telling you, it on match day that is slamming, and they do
mate.
and they do all the jerk chicken. Different
Really?
I mean, we should get the meat from Portobello Market.
Well done, Joe. Brown Eagle. That's it. The Brown Eagle. At the
Brown
back of
Eagle's
the Brown
elite.
Eagle, they do some wicked. Listen, I
curry
don't know if it's
goat is
Jamaican or West
absolute
Indian. I don't want to get it wrong, but whether it's Jamaican or West, their food there is good. Really nice.
I mean, they also make like Tottenham cakes apparently.
Bro, that's fucking. How got
Such a.
Do you know how many goats have been killed in the last 10 seconds of the show?
Listen, I'm eating the goats, man.
He's got a whole farm full of them. I don't know how many he's got there in the yard, dude.
Exactly, and I will eat them, bro. You know
Some
what I
of those
mean?
puppies in like drones, man.
Have you actually tried like the? Sorry.
Can you pull that
Have I
picture?
tried
on
what?
WhatsApp?
You want me to put up your goat picture?
Yeah, please. I just told them. Like,
Elias, say it. Have I tried
yeah,
what?
Yeah. Have you
All
tried
right.
like the mutton biryani before?
Yeah.
That's
Oh my god.
You're gonna get me canceled though if I put that up.
There's a Bengali place near me. They do
Love
a
it.
decent amount of curry.
I mean, still, you should try brochette. It is like African kebab. You know what I mean? It has like meat on the stick with like onions and like tomatoes and that.
No, Minerals. All the
That
Greek
sounds like
people,
every other kebab.
They say every country's food, and then they claim it's.
Sounds like a normal kebab.
yeah, exactly.
Can you post the picture?
Minerals,
Will?
big up.
I'm downloading and just give me a second.
Big up.
Listen, man.
It's gonna get me canceled. This is by
Anyway,
Dietrich's own request. It's by his own request, by the
This is me
way.
and my goat.
Wow. Good.
Oh, bro.
I like the
Dietrich,
beard.
you know you can't slaughter that goat. Is I think not allowed as well according to Islam, if I'm not mistaken.
Bro, we eat goats and during our hot days.
And he's not gonna. I don't think you saw the goat picture very
it's a
clearly. He's
sacrifice.
not slaughtering it. It's got dynamite taped to its neck.
I thought you
Dude, that goat looks anemic, man.
Yeah, I don't feed her. I don't feed her.
I
So.
would like to tape the dynamite somewhere else, but we won't say where. We won't say where that would be. But
All right,
we need new owners?
So the next up for the outro is Elias Step Up Spurs. Where are you gonna
Yep.
be? Where can people find you? What are you doing?
live tonight, the usual stuff, post-match reactions going live at about 9:30 UK time tonight. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Tonight for me, tomorrow night for you guys. Yeah, I always forget that.
And then the next one's Anthony. Where will you be at next?
Guys, I'm not on any social media. I'm just one of these guys I look for Stell or Will as my lifeline, Henry Wright, and just go on there and speak my mind. And like I said, you know, I'm telling you, you guys don't understand. If you weren't here to add some levity and to make me smile and still to make me know that I'm not crazy and that you feel, you know, that someone else with way
You're
more
not
knowledge.
crazy, mate. You're not crazy.
I gotta tell you, this stuff it hurts. It hurts bad, and I'm in a really bad, just in terms of the team, I'm in a really bad place, and it's tough for me because I take Tottenham seriously, and it's hard when my son goes, watching matches is not like it used to be. It doesn't feel the same, Dad.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
Anthony, I have the best solution for you. Do you like me? Go on loan to Man City and enjoy yourself.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
Man City are on form, man. To be fair, you know they've been on cracks.
I think Mineral's getting a little nervous after that draw with Liverpool. Are you?
Dietrich is a brand
You should have won, man. I blame Zinchenko.
No, he's a wrong and he changes clubs.
Hey,
No,
guys,
man.
can I say one last thing? Minerals, I've said this before, but the fact that you come on a Spurs podcast and just take it from us and have fun but really add a perspective that's from a non-Tottenham fan, dude, I think it's really cool. I love that kind of stuff. My best friend's Arsenal, so he's always, you know, he's not as nice as you are. He definitely gives it large, but
Not many Arsenal fans are nice as Minerals.
he says how's Pep's cone boy doing now compared to your geniuses and all this kind of stuff. So he sends some pretty mean texts, but I, you know, it's all in good fun. He's a good dude, and just the fact that you're on Will's channel and you're on with Stell and stuff like that, you know, dude, big up, man. I'm glad you're here, and it's nice to hear.
Of course, man. The Minerals are everywhere, man. We land it everywhere we go, man.
That's right.
And and the word needs to come. We're not here to make the friends. We're not here to please anybody. We're here to land the Minerals, man.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because we're Minerals FC.
I hear you.
Stell's part of Minerals FC. Dietrich, everyone.
Yeah. These guys, you know, one thing I can tell you about Stell and Dietrich and Will, what they have in common is they're football fans. They're not just Tottenham fans. They're fans of the game. And when something's wrong with the game at a fundamental level, they call it out. They call out bullshit. And that really helps. It's like they want the game to be good. And anyone that cares about soccer, you know, cares when stuff is just not done right. It's done horribly to any team. I wouldn't wish Levy on Arsenal. I really wouldn't. I cannot believe the chairman that we have, and I can't believe how this club is being run. You know, I just, like I said, we'll watch the pearly white teeth are coming through the door. It's going to be Brendan Rodgers. Mark my words. Just get ready.
God fucking help us.
God help us. We got 20. We're 20 likes off 100. If you haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead and do that. Who's next? Minerals FC, brother. Where can people find you? Where are you gonna be next? Who are you mudding tomorrow?
Well, listen, like you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and all that. You know, we're everywhere. And like tomorrow, we're gonna be watching Arsenal against West Ham. But yeah, man, and tomorrow I might hop on another couple of Arsenal shows and this, that, and the other.
Yes, he said West Haram.
Yes, he did.
What he said. He's right, though. He's right.
Ham is haram, actually, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, you can find me.
Are you guys gonna win tomorrow?
Of course, man. We're gonna mud them, man.
What's the score?
If you guys tie, would you say it's done? Like you're not winning?
Oh yeah.
Of course, 1,000%, man.
Yeah.
Because
they draw.
Yeah, we can't be drawing to West Ham. When you can't beat crap teams, then you don't deserve the Premier League.
Yeah, if you guys draw tomorrow, I think that pulls it out of your hands, right? Like because you're 3 points back. If you get 1 point, and then no, it'll still be in your hands, kinda, because the City beats you. No, because they got a game in hand.
They're gonna have
Yeah,
two
that's
games
what I'm
in
giving
hand
that.
soon.
Two
Yeah.
games in hand too.
So they'll have, but if so you'll have to beat City, then
Yeah,
you
we'll
have to
beat
win.
City, man.
Yeah.
Which we've never done, bro.
Yeah,
I
they
tell you a
have to
funny
beat-
thing.
We do it all the time. It's no big deal for us.
I mean,
we can't beat anybody else away. But
Yeah, can you play City instead of us? You know what I mean?
We'll fill
You
in
have
for
the
you.
number. Lol. Let me tell you something. Yeah, the last time we beat City away, I was 9 years old.
Last season you lost like 5-0.
Yeah, like 5-0, man.
It'll be funny. It'll be funny.
The last time we beat City away, they have cubes.
And the last one here is Dietrich's. Where can people find you? And where are you going to be next?
You can find me on Twitter, and currently I'm taking a break because I'm sick and tired of this club.
Everybody's taking a break, man. Why can't I take a break? Still, I'm going to take a break.
No, it actually feels good, but now I'm watching the games, I'm starting to laugh. Like every time we lose, I laugh.
Yeah, same.
I laughed today, dude. That's what I'm saying.
I was laughing.
You don't have to take a break. You just laugh. Just laugh at it.
No, it's just like we're repeating ourselves.
That Sanchez assist, I had to laugh. You have to laugh.
As soon as Conte left, I stopped giving a crap because I knew exactly what was going to happen.
And then I heard the interview of Hugo Lloris, and I started laughing again. I said, "What a clown!"
I started laughing when Sanchez came on.
Yeah, me too. I told my son, I said, mark my words, at the 35th minute, the game is now officially over. I said that when we were up 1-0 and Sanchez came on, I go, we're done now. That's it.
Fucking embarrassing. You're on the bench, and then you come back on the bench. That's fucking embarrassing.
The only thing that I enjoy now about Tottenham is just listening to all of those babies cry. You know, about all the things that I already said would happen. So it's the only joy I have left.
Yeah, Nostra Willis.
You know, yes. You know, all of those Conte outers. You know, just listening to them cry every week,
including Dietrich Kane, by the way.
Is the only joy that I have left.
I was never concerned. I just didn't like when you brought on.
You were at the watch along on Tottenham away, and you said, "I'm tired of Conte's stack."
I'm tired. Dietrich just gets emotional sometimes, and he says things.
Yeah, I know. It's just
mean.
a Tottenham, and I've been teasing him on this.
Yeah.
No. When I see Richie, I lose my shit. Like I actually want to beat up someone when I see this guy. So this is why I was emotional that day.
Dan THC's taking a break. Dietrich's taking a break. Cube's taking a break. Who else is taking a break?
When can I take a break?
Stell took a break. The only time I take a break is when I go on business trips, and that's more stressful than
even on business trips. Even on business trips, I see you in the comments. So actually, you're not on break.
Yeah, I'm in the Still, I'm taking a break.
I mean, lol. I mean, you're still. The only time I'm in a break, is when I'm working a Portobello market.
Just one more month.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're still live.
Bro.
By the way, did someone say West Haram?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mineral.
You said
West
it.
Haram.
Yeah, no.
It's actually
Mark Swift, guy with a £10 super chat. It's like have some money for a goat food. We don't need goat food because they just end up getting blowed up. So
Iggy sent him
don't have to feed them.
Tottenham away mug.
Oh, nice.
Sent it yesterday.
Can you guys tell me can we buy one? I'm actually searching for one.
How can you get that mug like that?
Mug. Yeah.
So you're searching for a mug?
I don't know where Iggy.
Yeah, I love my mug.
Soundboy, you said Stell. Yes. What is it you want?
You live rent free in Sam Boy's head, man.
Hey, Stel, can you tell us the inside information? Was Iggy going for AC Milan or Spurs? Come on, fess up. Who was he going for? He had to have told you.
Listen,
Who
man.
was he going for?
Listen. Right.
Come on.
I'm convinced. It has to be AC Milan, man. It has
I
to
agree.
be.
Of course.
I agree.
Right now, that's all he's got left.
I agree.
It has
No,
to
I'm
be.
talking about when he played us when there was all to play for, when we could have gone to the quarterfinals and should have. I want to know who Ignacio was rooting for, and I'm.
I think that time he was
Yeah.
a bit worse.
I think it was a win-win for him. But if he had to pick one, he's
Going to his head,
listen,
I think it was Milan.
He's picking Milan,
you don't
man.
know my team, Applewell in Cyprus, right?
Nice.
When Applewell played Tottenham, I sat in the Applewell end at White Hart Lane, and I watched us lose 3-0. But I
That's
sat
the
with the
news.
Applewell fans, and I had a fucking great time. So
Gosh, God bless you. That's cool. That's fine.
Even Cristiano Ronaldo
Applewell's
did
the
that
only
well.
team. Applewell's the only team I put above Spurs, but Applewell never going to win anything, so it doesn't matter.
Gotcha.
But anyway, we've got a busy week coming up. I guess it's
shit. It's
the
like
23rd
a-
is our next match, right? So this next
Yeah,
week
the
isn't busy,
23rd.
but the week after that. So we've got, remember, Will Stewart THFCRants show is live around this time after every match, and you know, it's a big giant mess, and that's why I love it.
Exactly. It's a car crash.
It's a car crash,
You
know.
Unbelievable.
But the dogs are barking.
Even
It's,
the dogs
Dogs are barking, man.
The dogs are barking. And
Let's-
it's-
The dogs are landing the minerals.
right.
Whose dogs are these?
Uh,
Was it a sound
They're
effect?
they're the magic dogs in my computer.
Go.
I thought it's like actual dogs at maybe Anthony's house.
Well, I'm sure they were recorded actual dogs, so they are actual dogs. I don't think they're pretend ones.
At one
thought-
time.
I thought it was Stell that was screaming. Shit.
Screaming? No, I'm not Moroccan, man. I don't scream. Man.
Come on, shots
I
fired.
will. Yeah, I will. I almost forgot, to give a shout out to Hillsborough disaster that happened to Liverpool. You know, RIP to them.
Yeah.
Right?
Big up, man.
Did they lose today too?
Yeah.
The sound boy, yes, garage girls are fine. Yes, they are.
Yeah, man.
What's
So-
the thing with Garage Girls? He's been saying that the whole time in the chats.
So there used to be a music scene in London called Garage. It was a sound. It was a London sound, and it was basically it stemmed from Chicago House, and then Chicago House kind of morphed into UK Garage. Anyway, it was a music scene in the 90s, and the girls that went to that scene were called Garage Girls, and they dressed up quite sexy. It was quite a sexy look.
Did you
In
just
fact,
like...
I'll get you some pictures. Hold on, I'll get you some pictures. Of Garage.
No, please don't send me your pictures, though. Don't, please.
Oh no, you want some men, don't you?
But we're heading out. Here's the garage guy right here. We're heading out.
Will, thank
Yeah,
you.
man. Big up
I needed
the
this.
garage guy, man.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Baraka Shah, we'll be back on the 23rd, I do believe, is our next game.
Yeah, next week, next weekend or something.
Yeah, and then we've got 3 games in that 7-day period after that, so it's gonna be a busy week for that.
The guy reminds me of Haz.
Yeah, he looks like Haz a little bit. That's why I didn't realize that at the time. But
He does look like Tupac as well.
Oh no, it's Haz.
I don't know if he looks like Tupac.
Tupac is
Yeah.
I gotta do that. So like you look, I got that camera's frozen. I got the bling on my wrist here, just like he
bling,
does.
bling, yeah.
And I got a golf glove. I can put a golf glove on and put some rings on my finger. And I put on like half my chains tonight. So you know, I got.
Hey, blink,
I'm gonna recreate the Ali G here. Although I don't have a rope chain that big. That's a big freaking rope chain.
Aren't you in a midlife crisis, man? That's a bit too much for you.
No, I did it as a joke. I said last show that I was gonna wear all my chains, but I didn't wear the ones that were dangly. It was too heavy. I put them all on. So these were all the flat ones.
This guy has like 10 bracelets, wears a bomber jacket, and has like 15 chains.
Yeah, and a Prince album.
Hey,
wife
man.
beater underneath.
All eyes on Will, yeah? It's not all eyes on me, it's all eyes on Will. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Fit check.
All right, boys. I'm out. Guys, thank you so much, man.
We're all out of here. Everybody in the comments, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Throw us a super thanks afterwards if you still feel inclined. All of it helps. Hit that join button. Become a member of the channel. You get mod perms. You get discounts in the online store. You get a bunch of other stuff too. Little funny, dumb stuff. But it's all good and fun. We'll be seeing you guys here on Tottenham Away Monday for the Monday night podcast that is on at 8:30 UK time.
Fan show's back on Wednesday.
3:30 Pacific. Fan show on Wednesday. Friday show maybe not.
Yeah,
Friday show. So check that out. Make sure you subscribe to Tottenham Away too as well, in case this one gets blown up as well. You never know with any of these things. Minerals with the row, rocking the row. We are out of this thing. Stay strong, stay Spurs.
Stay strong, man.
We will see you folks next time.
Yeah,